Broadcasting live from Altamont, Kansas, upon the footprint of Labette County High School within historic Harrison Gymnasium, home of your Labette County Lady Grizzlies. 10 minutes until tip-off. It is senior night, always a fun, festive evening here in Altamont on senior night. Labette County playing host tonight to the Tigers of Fort Scott. Good evening, Grizzly Nation. Thank you for making us a part of your evening, however you may be watching or listening. I'm Jack Leake III, alongside my father, Jack Leake Jr., and Jonathan Dusher on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream. Lady Grizzlies looking to rebound after a few rough performances stacked in a row at Independence, home against Parsons, and on Friday of last week at Chanute. A 1-point game at halftime ended in a 24-point defeat.
Yeah, the Chanute Blue Comets last week were just too much. Played a good first half like we've done so many times. And, Chanute, I guess, is deep enough and talented enough. Once they kind of got the train going their direction, got some momentum, man, they just seems like we looked up and within 2 or 3 minutes we're down a dozen, and it just kind of went from there. So it seemed like Chanute shot really well, and then, of course, once the shots start falling, then the defense picks up and the turnovers. It just all becomes this juggernaut that's hard to stop. So anyway, Chanute was definitely the better team last week. So, and Fort Scott's not going to be any simple task either here this evening. They have a nice team as well. So the Lady Grizzlies are going to have to really dig down and probably play one of the best games of the season here if they're going to hang with these Tigers.
Speaking of those Lady Tigers of Fort Scott, always a good girls program, very similar to ours as well. Fort Scott is right now the 9 seed in the standings. If things were to end today, they would be the 9 seed in the sub-state bracket. But guess what their record is? 12-5, and they're the 9 seed. Usually around that 8-9 seed is where you're hovering around the positive side of a 500 record by a couple games. They are 12-5, and that just speaks to how stacked, strong, and potent the girls' standings are. You have Wamego and Eudora tied for the 1 seed at 17-2. The Lady Bulldogs of Independence lost last night by a pretty good margin, 23 points at St. Mary's Colgan. Prior to that, they had won 5 straight games. So Lady Bulldogs got tripped up last night at Colgan. Fort Scott is coming off of a loss as well at home to Tonganoxie by 10 points. And prior to that, they hadn't seen defeat since January. So these Lady Tigers are very used to winning, and they have done it in some pretty impressive fashions this year, including back on January 9th, a win over Our Lady Grizzlies 35-50. And so a 15-point margin of loss was the Grizzlies at Fort Scott last time we played them back on January 9th. Hard place to play good basketball. Now we're at home. Can we swing it 15 points the other way? Grizzlies having lost 4 straight games, looking to rebound, and it will be a tall task. However, Kaylin McCoy, speaking of tall, our tallest player, and had a great performance at Chanute, 13 points.
Yeah, Kaylin sure did. She's really last week started looking at catching the ball and looking to score, and did a better job, I felt like, crashing the boards and rebounding the basketball. So happy for her. We'll need that. We're going to need probably the best out of everybody. Millie's going to have to really bring the ball up the floor. The girls are going to have to pass the ball against the press. Fort Scott will try to suffocate us that way. And as we've always talked, they're going to try to entice us to take the ball to the sidelines and the corners. You don't want to go there. That's where you get into jail and throw the ball away. So Grizzlies need to, keep the ball moving. Don't let it stick to your hands very long. Keep the passes to the middle of the court. And, of course, always, rebound well and protect and value each possession. It'll be important.
5 minutes Until the starters and tip-off, Lady Grizzlies burst forth from the ladies' locker room in the northwest corner of the gym and are on the floor shooting around to warm up before their senior night game against Fort Scott. Lady Grizzlies on the other side of the coin. They sit towards the bottom quarter of the rankings in Sub-State. They are 6-13 on the year, just one game in front of the Lady Vikings of Parsons, who lost last night at Cherryvale by 10 points. So some Monday night games going on throughout the SEK. Lady Vikings much improved, got the best of us a week ago tonight by 4 points. So the Lady Grizzlies look to be somewhat comfortably in Sub-State, as I'm assuming the rule is still the same. The bottom two teams do not make it to postseason play. At the bottom of the rankings is Coffeyville and Paola with 3 and 4 wins on the year. Paola with 3, Coffeyville with 4, and then Parsons, Lewisburg, and Labette County with Lewisburg has 5 wins, and Parsons and Labette County has 6. So they're fairly cemented in the postseason with just 4 games left on the year, but maybe a win or two would really seal us in that postseason bracket. Let's step aside for our first 1-minute timeout. This is the Tank Connection pregame show of Lady Grizzly basketball.
Reaching your goals is closer than you think at Labette Community College. With 25 programs of study, 6 certificate options, and a campus that cares, your journey at LCC is sure to lead to success. Become a Cardinal. Visit labette.edu to learn more today.
Two and a half minutes until starters and tip-off here in Harrison Gymnasium. It is senior night, and while you're with us and it's on my mind, I'll shoot at your direction. A long-standing senior night tradition that I have carried over from Jonathan Wilhoff's days as voice of the Grizzlies. I was his understudy, if you will, for a few years, and he would have interviews rather, with each senior player from both girls and boys teams on senior night. There are still 3 games left in the regular season and hopefully multiple postseason games, but just to capitalize on the senior night uniqueness of tonight, and in past nights, we're going to have interviews with the Grizzly senior players, both girls and boys, post-game of the girls, post-game of the boys. So that's kind of fun, and we'll give you something different to look forward to. Labette County has had a hard time scoring the basketball in their last 3 games. That's going to be something they're going to have to do loads of tonight in order to get a win. In their last 3 losses at Independence was their lowest scoring total of the year, 22 points. And then home against Parsons, really disappointing outing, just 41 points, which isn't bad, but the way it came and the way that game went was just not pretty. And then at Chanute on Friday, just 32 points. They've got to come from somewhere, Dad. Where can we find some points tonight in the area of 50 points? It's probably going to have to be.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't know if Coach Vollmer's got the perfect answer either, but I have a feeling that it seems like we don't score just a whole lot out of pure offense. So if we can possibly get any transition points or some putbacks, crashing the boards, because otherwise it's tough to shoot and 3-pointers or shots outside and rely on that. So again, we're going to have to earn some steals and maybe some lay-ins, and then putbacks, second chance points that are generally so easy to knock down.
National anthem taking place here in Harrison, back in 1 minute. Beautifully done by the Labette County High School Band, per usual, under the direction of Mrs. Gabe Hart. Wonderful job over there's playing our nation's anthem. Jack Leak III alongside Jack Leak Jr. and Jonathan Dusher on the YouTube live stream. Starters being rattled off by Randy Blackwell, the public address announcer here at Harrison. Starting tonight for the visitors, Lady Tigers of Fort Scott. Number 1, a 5'6" senior, Raylee Cowan. Number 2, a 5'6" senior, Abby Gorman. Number 20, a 5'9" senior, Claire McElroy. Number 24, a 5'9" senior, Aubrey Yarrick. And number 25, a 5'9" senior, JC Rogers. 5 seniors for this Lady Tigers team. Starting for your Labette County Lady Grizzlies, number 13, a 5'5" senior, Amelia Carnahan. Number 21, a 5'9" freshman, Peyton Davis. Number 24, a 5'6" senior, Keely Good. Number 40, a 5'10" senior, Amory Baker. And number 52, a 6-foot-tall sophomore, Kaylin McCoy. Head coach for Fort Scott, Pashone Steps, assisted by Gary Floyd and Derek Witt. Head coach for Labette County, Brianna Vollmer, assisted by Heather Wilson and Ryan Taylor. Labette County in home white uniforms, Fort Scott in road reds. Tip-off in 30 seconds, senior night in Altamont. Referee puts the pumpkin in his right hand, tosses it in the air, and it is won by the Tigers. Possession number 1 to the visitors. And look at Labette County's student section.
Yep, nice and full.
Standing, full, and cheering. Unlike many road venues that we come across. I love bragging on that. It's awesome. Fort Scott with it, and a turnover picked away. Amory Baker with nice post front defense.
Yeah, nice denying the pass right there by Amory Baker, so that's a good start. Let's see if we can't get one here offensively.
Peyton Davis pitches to the corner to Amelia Carnahan. Dribbles with the right hand into the paint, a fading floater misses, rebound underneath, and a foul going the other way on Amory Baker. That has been a silent assassin for this Lady Grizzlies team, is fouls.
That is one thing we didn't talk about in the pregame is, we can't be getting starters with 2 fouls in the first quarter, or maybe even the first 3 minutes of the first quarter, so got to play smarter than that.
Labette County cheers squad, one of the best that you'll find, cheering loudly. Can hear them in the background a little bit if you lean in. 3-point shot in the corner by Gorman, misses. Rebound, Kaylin McCoy. She's surrounded by McElroy, but gets it off.
Yeah, that rebound's a big deal for a couple of reasons. Secondly is they can't set the press up when you rebound like that, so that helps that.
Nice post move by Kaylin McCoy, and she scores it. That was assertive and as confident as I've seen her on a single play.
Yeah, and she didn't bring the ball down. Caught it, shot it instantly, so really well done. Good pass, too.
6.5 minutes to play. Labette County leads 2-0. A hook shot blocked by Kaylin McCoy. Wow, look at her blossom. Davis in transition, flips one up that misses. Rebound Baker, and a held ball will give it to Labette County, but nonetheless a positive start for your Lady Grizzlies.
Yeah, that sure was. Kaylin McCoy went straight up, got her hand on the ball, and then some of the transition opportunities we talked about just happened. We didn't get the ball to go down, but it looked good.
Here's a loose ball stolen by Fort Scott. Ball kind of trickled on the deck, and the Tigers stole it for their first forced turnover of the game. Entry pass goes inside. Now a short corner jumper misses by Yarick, and the rebound is to Labette County. No second tries on offense for Fort Scott yet.
Yeah, and that's going to be important. So far, so good with that.
McCoy again, perfect position, goes up and is stripped this time. Lost her footing just a touch. Good defense, though, by Rogers.
Yeah, I like the look, though. Looking inside, and McCoy looking to go straight up.
Boy, Peyton Davis at this point is a early sophomore, more than a freshman, 3/4 of the way, even more into the season. Gets a hand on a ball, but it goes back to the Tigers. Here's a pass intercepted by Carnahan. Boy, Lady Grizzlies came to play. Oh, and they turn it over. An unforced error. Looked like somebody stepped out. I didn't quite see what the call was. Is that what it was, Jonathan?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Carnahan's foot stepped out before she got the ball, so Labette County was kind of forcing on that possession. The Fort Scott girl had a lay-in and passed it.
Nice entry play, but the jumper is missed, and the first second chance opportunity comes for McElroy. And she'll bring the ball down, and it is a held ball, possession Tigers, 2-0 Grizzlies, 5:15 first quarter.
Yeah, I keep talking about how important rebounding is. Tigers got a couple of looks at it that time.
Gorman drives, hand off to McElroy, flips it to, that's Lorelei Clark, subbed in for Yarick, and a shot is missed, and then a steal by Carnahan, out of bounds off of Gorman, they say. I thought it was off Carnahan, and the ref
changed the call.
He does change the call, so Labette County went the first 3 possessions defensively, 1 and out on Fort Scott, and now the Tigers have seemingly had the ball for eternity.
Yeah, they're crashing a little bit better than us and getting some rebounds and second looks at it. Those are going to end up haunting us.
Set to inbound is McElroy. Hovers and now decides and pitches to the safety outlet. Gorman, pass to the right side. Clark, three-pointer, no. And another heartbeat kept alive for Fort Scott. Worked around, jumper up, and good. That is what's going to happen when you give them 4 or 5 tries. Lorelei Clark breaks the ice.
Yeah, sooner or later, now they get to set up the press, so that's one more dynamic.
Labette County breaks it. Carnahan right wing, opposite wing pass to Davis. Downhill penetration at the cup, too strong. And it's rebounded on the backside by Fort Scott, and a foul on Labette County on Peyton Davis, her first.
Yeah, Peyton made such a nice move, went baseline. Just difficult to try to toss that ball when you're moving like that. She could have possibly used a backboard. It might have been a little easier, but
Coach Vollmer just yelled 2 or 3 times with all the breaths she had in her body, box out at her girls as Fort Scott was walking the ball up the floor. Left wing is the basketball. Cowan with it. A 3-point shot up and missed by Clark, who's in the game and shooting early and often, and a foul going the other way on the rebound. In the game for Labette County, Jackie Scholl and McKinley Baker. Peyton Davis has a seat alongside Kaylin McCoy.
McKinley Baker was in good position that time, actually kind of drew the foul. So I like her rebounding efforts.
Here's a rainbow pass to McKinley, in trouble, and the short pass lands out of bounds, but it first touched Clark's right hand, and so Labette County will have it in a half-court set. Keeley Good throws it in to Fort Scott. Is it going to be tracked down? Yes. Cowan plucks it away. Layup missed. Rebound good. Nice hustle back by Keeley.
Yeah, it was fortunate too. She went straight up, didn't hack at it, so he couldn't really call the foul. So that was good defense there by Good.
Keeley open for three. Down and out for the senior on senior night. Rebound Tigers. Good shot.
Yeah, it was. It looked good too. So open look at it. So, she needs to take that again.
3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. We're knotted at 2. Low-scoring affair, needless to say. Clark hits a cutting Yarrick. Ball on the deck. Carnahan dives on it. It squirts free from that situation, and now Scholl's on it. And a jump ball is going to give it to Labette County, but Coach Vollmer pleading her case, saying that she was calling a timeout before the jump.
Okay, I saw her out there being kind of animated. I couldn't tell at first what she was trying to say. That makes sense.
Fort Scott picking up press. Labette County throws ahead. Peyton Davis back in. Nice screen by McKinley. Davis stutter steps, finds Baker at the free throw line. Turnover. Tigers with it, getting sloppy here a little bit on both ends. Gorman at the block, in traffic, travels, and she turns it over.
Yeah, Labette County, one thing we can't do is make it easy on Fort Scott. Can't force passes if they're not there. It's one thing to look inside, but if it's not open, just hang on to it or kick it back out.
McCoy back in the game as well. Davis, confident three is nylon. 5-2, Labette County in front.
Gosh, love seeing that. That's going to kind of perk things up here a little bit defensively.
2:40 to play, first half. Labette County showing that they can hang. A 6-win team versus a 13-win team. Clark for three, no. Rebound up in the air. Gorman somehow ripped it away from Carnahan. Fort Scott working it around the weak side. Clark behind the back. Gorman right wing. And a right-hand hook shot is very off the mark. Rebound Carnahan, who is not fouled. It was a timeout called by Coach Vollmer. So Labette County, tough early, lead by 3, back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Labette County inbounds the basketball, leading by 3. Nearing the end of the first quarter. Jackie Scholl throws to Peyton Davis wearing pink basketball shoes. Her pass is tipped right back to herself. A cutting Carnahan underneath. Tough pass poked out by McCoy. 4 Grizzlies were within 2 feet of each other. That typically does not lead to success.
Yeah, it's just too congested inside like that. And even then, it's hard to make a pass 2 foot in front of you quickly like that. It just needs to get kicked back out, or someone needs to go up with it and shoot it.
Minute 50, first quarter. Active hands by Scholl, forces the ball out of bounds right in front of the Labette County student section. Looks like it was senior citizen night for Labette County student section. A few of them dressed up with canes and, I don't know some of the names of things that older folks wear, but they've got them on over there.
Well, don't look at me. Or you want me to answer that?
I did look at you. That's unfortunate. Sorry. That was natural, and it shouldn't have been. A little jumper is up and good for Fort Scott, as I was looking at the senior citizen next to me, apparently, and I didn't see who made it. And then another jump ball will give it back to Fort Scott. It's a 5-4 lead for Labette County after the jumper by the Tigers.
Yeah, pretty good defense there. Kayla McCoy had the ball. She can continue to be stronger with it, though, and move those elbows and keep that ball whipping around. That way people can't get a hold of it.
109 live viewers on YouTube. Thank you for making us a part of your evening. Also, the radio audience. Another jumper's missed, blocked partially by Labette County, and the Grizzlies have the ball and a 1-point lead with 1 minute to play in the first quarter.
This kind of reminds me of at Fort Scott. I feel like we played a really good first half with them up there. Kind of got them a little frustrated.
Davis, ball fake, a drive, a shot, off the glass misses. McCoy, and never had possession of the ball, but they're going to call a travel anyways. Coach Vollmer agrees with me, moving her hands back and forth, saying that her sophomore never truly had the ball.
Yeah, you can't travel if you don't possess it. So, yeah, that was just it's a bad call there.
It was J.C. Rogers on the jumper that I missed earlier for the Tigers. So, 5-4, Labette County in front, 38 seconds, first quarter. Clark throws it around the timeline to McElroy between the circles. Right back to Clark, who buries a three. She hurt us off the bench last time we played him. She's got 5 early.
Yeah, sooner or later that's going to happen, so just have to respond to it, not let it become a bunch of points here.
Now Labette County down by 2, a poor pass but bailed out by a foul. Peyton Davis tried to throw it. It wasn't even a tight window. That was a shut door. But a foul is called on Aubrey Yarrick, Claire McElroy. Their second as a team. Pretty clean called game so far by the 3 officials donning the stripes. Good throws it in, and another kind of, just poor pass. It wasn't a poor pass, but there was a defender right there. Labette County struggling after looking crisp early.
Yeah, we just kind of start doing things that we're better than. That wasn't a very good pass at all. She was guarded.
McKinley Baker back to Good, wants a 3 and gets a 3. She had one nearly fall earlier, and this one goes down. 8-7 Grizzlies, 5 seconds left in the first quarter, and an official stops play with a whistle. I'm not sure why.
I don't know if that was a warning of some sorts. He was talking to a player, seemed like. I don't know.
Ball is inbounded. Gorman touches it. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. A three-pointer is good by guess who? Lorelei Clark. And Labette County allowed Fort Scott to let that ball roll all the way to half court. And so they really had a lot of time in comparison. If you pressure them there, they have to pick it up early.
Yeah, that was a gift by us there. We just weren't thinking. We should have pressured the ball all the way up the floor.
10-8 Tigers lead it after a three-pointer by Clark. Back in 1 minute with the second quarter.
At Labette Center, we have worked hard to make it easier than ever to start on your journey to wellness. The center provides a full range of mental health and substance use services to individuals of all ages. With expanded services and same-day access, you can begin your journey when you are ready. Visit our website at lcmhs.com to find out more about our services and begin your journey to wellness today. Labette Center for Mental Health. Help for today. Hope for tomorrow.
Carnahan dribbles the ball left to right. Peyton Davis throws it to Keely Good, who wants another and gets another. Labette County back up by 1. Keely Good with her second 3.
Yeah, what about Keely? Wow, 2 in a row there. She's a good shooter, but man, anytime you make 2, that's fantastic. So well done there.
First possession of the second quarter is successful for Labette County, and Carnahan gets her hands on a shot and she'll block it out of bounds. Tigers will inbound, now trailing by 1.
So interesting to watch how seemingly relaxed Labette County looks, playing well, breaking the press, scoring. We just need to string this together a couple more quarters.
McElroy's jump shot is good. That's what makes the Tigers so solid, is they've got a multitude of players that can hit a variety of shots.
Yeah, they stayed patient. They're not getting rattled. They just knocked down the 3 right there. So, again, important for Labette County to kind of keep punching them back, though.
Davis throws to Carnahan, given room. She'll fire and nearly bank in a 3. Good hands by McCoy to keep it alive. It tumbled to Baker after Kalen got a finger on it. Here's McCoy, fouled. Nice effort by McCoy to go up, and Rogers hacked and fouled her. And that is the first foul of the second quarter.
Yeah, it sure was. If you saw McCoy's eyes, as soon as she caught it, her head turned. She was looking to score. That's what we like to see. None of this indecisiveness and looking to pass. She's looking to go to the basket, so drew the foul there. Well done.
Davis off the inbound. She'll shoot a 3. Down and out off of Fort Scott. They couldn't handle it. They had 2 girls there for it, and sometimes that's worse than having 1 player there.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating for Fort Scott because, yeah, they should have had that rebound, and 2 of them kind of knocked it out.
So Labette County with another bite at the apple. Hopefully there's success at the other end of this attempt. Labette County down by 2. Davis throws to Carnahan. Baker at the free throw line, drives, shoots, and is fouled. And she will earn a trip to the line, as I actually have Fort Scott as 12 points, not 13. And not to toot my own horn, but I have a decent history. When I challenge the scoreboard, my success rate is fairly high.
Did you miss a 3 that you put a 2 down maybe?
Well, I have a 2-pointer for a Claire McElroy short corner jump shot. And up on the scoreboard, they have it down as a 3, as Jonathan says that it was a 3. I thought she was well in the arc. Maybe it was a first quarter correction. I don't think so, though. Here's a free throw, good by Anne-Marie Baker.
Liking our inside play. Emery made a nice drive earlier to draw the foul.
Baker's second is a swish as well. An area where she gets a lot of free throws but has struggled in stretches. 100% right there. So Labette County tied the game at 13 apparently, according to the scoreboard here. I still want to hang on to that until I'm proven wrong, just in case I'm right. Gorman throws in, and McCoy body bumps Yarick from behind. Foul on McCoy.
Kind of like the aggressive play. She tried to poke the pass out. It's only her first, so that's good.
Fort Scott to inbound the basketball. They do so to their point guard. It is Cowan. She'll throw back to Gorman. Gorman patient on this possession. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, but they throw it away. Labette County picks the ball up the floor and collects a steal.
Yeah, really good defense. Labette County continued to not just hang with Fort Scott, but got it tied up and kind of playing against them.
A high-low pass from McCoy is broken up by Yarick, and the Tigers ripping and running right to left. Now they slow down. Coach Steps barks in the call to Gorman. All right, well, I succumb. It was a 3-pointer by McElroy. Jonathan, you are victorious. I went back and watched it on YouTube. Here's a travel call on the Tigers. So the score is 13-13 with 5:23 to play in the first half.
Labette County continues to play really good defense. We're screening out, getting rebounds. And you can't help but think Fort Scott thought they were going to come in here and kind of just put it on us. And I understand they still might do something like that, but right now we're an equal team with the Tigers.
Good, throws to Baker, right elbow. Looks for a friend. Davis, 3-pointer, short, rebound Cowan.
Another opportunity for Peyton to follow her shot. We talk about that a lot. She would have got that rebound. So
Baker, nice post defense. Same thing to Kaylin McCoy. Baker tipped the entry pass, and McCoy batted it out of bounds. Fort Scott will keep it. 5 minutes to play in the first half.
yeah, some good effort there again by the Grizzlies. You know, everybody kind of going for the ball and just trying to keep it stirred up.
Rogers looks for an angle and is fouled by Millie Carnahan, playing really aggressive defense. And that's her first and the team's second.
It's kind of Millie's style, you know. She likes to always be in the mix and looking for you to kind of dangle the ball where you shouldn't or dribble it in front of her, and she'll poke it away.
McElroy hit a three-pointer. She's got the only points for Fort Scott this quarter, actually. Throws it away. Turnover. Labette County's done a nice job defensively tonight.
Yeah, and I can't help but think Fort Scott's a little, well, we're going to get a.
You got to dribble to the heart of the floor there.
Yeah.
Carnahan was trying to ride the sideline that was absolutely covered and drove into the chest of her defender, and that's her second personal, and she checks out.
Sometimes you can get away with that if you just keep dribbling, but when your arm extends any at all, that was the right call.
So Fort Scott in a tied game, back with the ball. Harassed is Clark, and a steal by Davis. Layup, no, but a foul, and the freshman will shoot two.
Oh, I love how she does that. Every game it seems like she gets a half a dozen pokes or kind of knockaways, just really, really frustrates the passing lanes.
Davis, first free throw is in. Labette County 3 for 3 on free throws. Tigers yet to shoot any. Second, good as well. Very nice.
Yeah, Peyton's looking more and more confident in her stroke and her shooting too, just really developing this year.
5 points for the freshman. Grizzlies lead by 2. Jackie Scholl defending Clark, thrown off to Gorman. Fakes right, looking interior, nothing there. Reverses it to Clark. Now right between the rings is Cowan. That means the middle of the floor. Gorman in the corner. A three is in.
Good shot there by Gorman. Confident stroke and knocked it down. So here we go again. Grizzlies down 1.
Amory looks to drive. Turns to pass to Keely Good. She'll drive, settle into a jumper, misses short, gets her own rebound, hacked hard by Rogers, and a foul called. That's the 4th as a team on the Tigers. There have been 7 threes made by both these teams combined in this first half.
Yeah, that's impressive. And case in point, too, by Keely Good. What we've been talking about. She followed her own shot, and it came right back to her, and she had to put back and got fouled. So that's a bigger deal than I ever really realized the more I kind of watch forward, is following your shot.
Especially on three-pointers. It doesn't seem like people box out well on threes. Labette County throws it away and turns it over. Back to the Tigers goes the ball.
Yep, pass just a little hot, little high there, so time to defend now.
Tigers with the basketball in the corner is Abby Gorman. And throws it around to Cowan, defended by Scholl. Entry pass tipped by Baker, stolen by Good. Labette County still showing their teeth defensively. Foul called on Gorman, known to be one of the better defenders in the league. Picks up her first personal and the team's 5th.
Yeah.
So with 3:12 remaining in the half, it is 2 free throws for Keely Good. Grizzlies trail by 1.
The Grizzlies continue to kind of frustrate the Tigers. You know, our defense seems to be jumping the lane and knocking passes down, and you know, Fort Scott's trying to remain patient, but there's a little bit of frustration with it all, you know. Making our free throws, that's a big deal too.
McKinley Baker in for Kaylin McCoy, as Good's free throw was indeed a pure swish. And the second one is on its way, and a pure swish as well. Big points.
I guess you can talk about it at halftime, but it feels like we've made almost every free throw.
We have 6 out of 6.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Clark, now to the middle to Cowan, right back to Clark, right wing. Closed out on Well. Grizzlies in a 2-3. Cowan head fakes and travels. Coach Vollmer approves of her team's effort with a 1-point lead and the ball.
There's another turnover. Now you see the Fort Scott players looking at the refs, shaking their heads, saying, wait, what? Those are all signs of, just an uneasiness here. So Labette County can stay loose, just have fun. You're playing with kind of house money, so to speak. You're beating a team that you're not supposed to. This is a good opportunity.
Davis throws to Carnahan, looking inside for Baker, covered well though. McKinley Baker throws out to Schull. Davis throws to Carnahan. Grizzlies looking to try to get it inside. They do to Baker, who travels, I think. Yes, turnover Labette County. Adamant about getting it inside, which I like.
Yeah, it is. It's very evident that's what they're trying to do. And when Amory gets that ball inside there, she's trying to find the shot. Might just need to kind of turn and almost do a little type of a hook shot type thing.
2:20 first half. Labette County leads 17-16. Nice drive by McElroy. Cut off though, forced to kick it out to her fellow senior Gorman. Now the ball finds Clark, who comes off the bench and is one of their best players really, but she'll turn it over on this drive, giving it right back to Labette County.
Yeah, after a nice penetrating drive there, she just kind of bounced it off her leg or foot, it looked like. So again, we kind of continue to keep them off balance here. We got 2 minutes till halftime, so this would be a big 2 minutes actually.
Lillian Jackson, a junior, stands at 6 foot tall in the game for the Tigers. Perhaps might have an impact on Labette County trying to get the ball inside. And in and out of the hands goes this pass to Amory Baker. Tigers trying to reclaim a lead. Labette County nursing that 1-point advantage. How about Carnahan, though, diving and getting a steal?
What a great effort there. And Labette County's going to give it right back, though. Just a ill-advised pass, way too high.
Timeout Fort Scott with 1:40 left in the half. Grizzlies up by 1 point. Timeout Tigers. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. Ideatech has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. Ideatech has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from Ideatech.
Fort Scott 16, Labette County 17 in the ladies contest here on senior night in Altamont. 1 minute 20 seconds until halftime. Abby Gorman throws out and a three-pointer is swished by Lorelei Clark. She has 11 points on 3 made threes.
Yeah, it seems like they've scored almost all their buckets outside. I don't know if they've made anything in the paint really. So Labette County is going to have to pay attention to that.
Davis, left wing, shoots a three well short. Jackie Schull can't quite save it, and the Tigers have possession, now leading by 2. Both teams have tied this quarter, 9 points each, but there was a huge stretch of time where Labette County had many an opportunity to go up by a couple possessions or so.
Yeah, and with 55 seconds down 2, this is real important for our momentum and kind of our headspace to play really well here.
Under a minute to play, 45 seconds in the half. Tigers lead by 2. Gorman flashes and collects, head fakes and drives. Turns, kicks it right back out to McElroy. Now deep post catch, and the shot is no good by Jackson. Out of bounds off Baker. Fort Scott will have it.
Like Amory had pretty good position, just wasn't able to get that rebound there. So this would be a big stop here.
Gorman to key it in. yet to get the ball from the official. 32 seconds left in the half. The refs are seeing perhaps if there should be any time on the shot clock, I think.
I think it's 11. I was curious.
And I don't see any time put on the shot clock, so it is dark, and the clock runs. 30 seconds and counting. Ball is in. Gorman gets it in the corner, defended by Amory Baker. Grizzlies in his zone. A skip pass, entry. Jackson wants to go one-on-one with McCoy, but is forced to kick it out. Gorman drives, throws to Clark, wants another three. Good!
Man, what a nice, pretty shot she has. That looked good the minute it left her hand.
3 seconds left in the half. Scholl blocked, and it lands out of bounds with half a second remaining. Labette County thought the half was over. The buzzer never sounded, though. It should be Labette County ball. It is. And so Labette County down 22-17 with half a second left in the first half.
I'll throw this under the basket and hope for a foul.
McCoy gets it off and was potentially fouled by McElroy from behind, but no whistle. So Labette County trails by 5 after making just one field goal in all of the second quarter. Let's step aside for a 5-minute break here on KLKC. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. Labette County trails Fort Scott in the ladies' contest 22-17, and they had every right to a 5-point halftime lead themselves, but it never came to fruition.
Yeah, it's just amazes me, continues to amaze me how at ease and relaxed our girls look, playing pretty balanced, rebounding, screening out, limiting putbacks and extra possessions. Done well against the press, worked the ball inside, and when it wasn't there, we've been making our threes against a good Fort Scott team. So there's absolutely no reason at all we can't string together 2 more quarters and keep this ball game kind of like it is. So really impressive first half.
The reason the score is what it is for Fort Scott is because of one Lorelei Clark. 14 of their 22 points, 4 first half threes.
Yeah.
And I mean, could we have played better defense? Sure, you could always say that. But she made 4 threes, so she was hot. And I mean, that is the reason Fort Scott leads by 5. Lorelei Clark has 14 of their 22. That is crazy. Other scorers for the Tigers: Gorman has made a 3-pointer, McElroy made a 3-pointer, and Rogers made a 2-point bucket in the first half. Aside from that, it has been Lorelei Clark. For Labette County, Keely Good, 8 points in the first half. Peyton Davis with 5, Amory Baker with 2, and Kaylin McCoy with 2 as well. Labette County trailed 10-8 at the end of the first period, and in the second quarter were outscored 12-9, giving us our halftime score: Fort Scott 22, Labette County 17. We would like to take a second and thank a few sponsors for allowing our broadcast to take place. We would like to thank Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Day and Zimmerman, Idea Tech, Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing Services, Community National Bank, the Corner Store of Altamont, Commercial Bank, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, the Unified School District of USD 506, Elm Haven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Clemens Insurance Agency, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Tank Connection, Labette Community College, Wood Insurance Center, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Labette Bank, and the Bartlett Co-op. This has been the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Back in 2 minutes with the second half. Nice ball movement here for the Tigers on the first possession of the third quarter, and Aubrey Yarrick finds the bucket for 2 points, and the Tigers now lead by 7 and force a turnover here and will have the ball to start the third quarter leading by 7.
And this is where the Grizzlies have to kind of be careful, not let them go on those runs. That's kind of what's hurt us in the past, so need a good defensive stand right here.
There's been some games where, we kind of talked about this at halftime. It's close and we look pretty sharp and then end up losing by 20. So let's not let that happen tonight. Here comes Davis after a steal and has it poked free from her possession by Gorman, playing nice defense from behind there. And Labette County will inbound underneath their own rim.
Sorry for some of the lulls there. I've just got a cough that's been lingering for 2 or 3 weeks.
Keely Good, right wing, looks inside, throws it to McCoy, right elbow, inside Baker, dribbles in traffic, lost it, but puts it up and missed. Rebound fought for, McCoy's got it, looks for a friend, throws out to Good, who shoots a 3, misses it. And can't believe a jump ball wasn't called somewhere in that mix. And Fort Scott coming the other way. What a nice bounce pass to Yarrick from Cowan. And here's a jump ball. Oh, he called a foul. All right. It's got to be on the Tigers. Oh, he's keeping it here. Okay, nope, that's on the Tigers. He pointed down at the floor as if the foul was staying on this end on Labette County.
Oh, okay.
But it was on Rogers, her third. And so Labette County will have it, needing points yet again tonight.
Yeah, down 7. We really need to kind of keep this, within check here. You hate to ever say we got to score, but you can't start letting this erode away. That's when teams get some momentum going and just start running on you.
Labette County turns it over, threw it in a horrible spot again. On the sideline in the middle of a trap. Fort Scott left to right with the basketball. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter, 24-17 Fort Scott. They go into Yarrick and gets her 4th points of the game. And Fort Scott leads by 9. Here's a throwaway. Gorman back to McElroy for 3. No good. Rebound tipped out. Gorman with it. She'll shoot a 3. Miss it. Rebound McCoy, who's fouled. Nice job by Kaylin there.
Yeah, a really good job by Kaylin. And this is where one thing leads to another. Once they start scoring, they set up the trap. Set up the trap, it causes turnovers. Then they score, they set up the trap. So keeping them off the boards and second opportunity points is bigger than just not scoring. It keeps them out of that trap.
Labette County working right to left. Davis throws a rainbow to Baker. Inside McKinley Baker, right-hand hook shot. That's pretty.
I love how she does that. She always goes to look to score quickly, too. She doesn't think about it. So that was a big bucket there. Cut it back down to 7.
Yeah. Davis playing defense on Cowan beyond the arc. Now a pass inside and a foul on Davis, swiping at the ball. Is sometimes what she might have to understand. She probably didn't hit her, but it's the motion that you cannot perform.
Yep, the optics of it to an official looks like maybe a hack, and it gets blown a lot.
It is frustrating, though, when you know that your swipe was successful. Here's McElroy throwing to the heart of the floor to Cowan. 2-3 zone Labette County. Grizzlies down 7. Entry pass, a double team, and a foul again on Labette County. Just crashing hard on the ball. That's on Amory Baker. Her second and the team's second of the half.
Seems like we came out in a man-to-man second half. I was thinking we played more of a zone the first half. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
Ball goes into Rogers. Back to McElroy. Dumped down Cowan. Nice defense by McKinley. Backside pass, bucket plus the foul for Yarrick, who has 6 third-quarter points and did not score in the first half.
Yeah, just crazy how it happens. You know how a game can be kind of a stalemate, and then one team starts to kind of break loose. So, again, Labette County really needs to screen out here, get the rebound, and go down and score. Nope.
Free throw missed by Yarrick. Rebound, Tigers up by 9 with the ball. 4.5 minutes, third quarter. A big 4.5 for Labette County. They're either going to be in the game or not in the game when the third quarter buzzer sounds. Here's a drive by McElroy. A nice layup. Does trickle home.
Yeah, that was well done. Kind of a head fake and a pump fake and laid it in. So looks like Vollmer's going to get a timeout here.
30-19. Fort Scott came out swinging. Back in 1 minute on KLKC.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Fort Scott leads Labette County by 11 with 4:15 to play in the third quarter. This 4 minutes will define the game. And Amory Baker almost gets us started this 4 minutes with an and one, but the bucket missed. So 2 free throws for Amory Baker, and we need them.
Yeah, we sure do. That was a pretty nice move there by Amory. Kind of stayed with it and decided quickly and got the shot off.
First free throw good for Baker. Labette County 7 out of 7 from the line tonight.
That's impressive. 8 out of 8 now, so we'll take that. Kind of one stop at a time here now. We need to have a very good defensive possession, one shot.
Back to 9 is the deficit. Gorman, left wing 3, short, and she knew it. Tipped out, and McKinley Baker's got it and finds Jackie Scholl, who dribbles right to left. She'll throw it to Davis, leaves her feet to get it. Her pass deflected, and the Tigers have it. Long pass intercepted by Amelia Carnahan.
Well, looks like the Tigers kind of do the same thing we do sometimes, just give it away.
Baker on the block, dribbles. Might have went, well, it must have went off of Baker because they're saying it's Fort Scott ball. Looked like she dribbled off the foot of her defender, but I guess not.
Yeah, that's too bad. That looked like a really good opportunity there. She loves going up with that left hand like that, so that's behind us, though. Let's stack up another stop here.
Gorman throws to Cowan. The 2 guards kind of lead the offense for the Tigers. Cowan rotates the basketball to Rogers. Back to Cowan. Now at the heart of the floor with 10 seconds on the shot clock, it's Gorman. Penetrates, kicks to Mary Malone, who misses, but the putback is there by J.C. Rogers.
Gosh, we were just way out of position. She was wide open for the rebound and the putback. That's just too easy.
McKinley Baker heaves it ahead to Amory, almost an and one, but yet another trip to the line for the senior.
Yeah, McKinley made a nice look there and a good pass, and Amory just needs to continue to go up really, really strong and just kind of will that ball in off the glass like that, but good effort.
And the first missed free throw of the night comes from Amory Baker right here. But she'll get one more. Labette County down by 11 with 2:40 remaining in quarter number 3. Second free throw is swished.
I think Amory's 5 for 6, so she's done really well too.
Grizzlies need a few stops and a couple scores, and they're right back in it come fourth quarter. Lorelei Clark, 14 first half points, scoreless here in the second half. That's mainly because Aubrey Yarrick has 6 of their 10 third quarter points, and now Cowan gets in on the party and scores her first bucket of the game.
Yeah, it might be. They're starting to kind of penetrate. We might need to look at going back to a zone.
Peyton Davis pass is tipped and stolen by J.C. Rogers. She'll go the distance and miss, and the rebound is on the deck to Millie, who shoves it out to Davis. Right to left comes Labette County. Davis doesn't slow down, misses the floater, gets her own, goes up and finishes.
A lot of good things happened that last possession. McKinley Baker did a great job of getting down here and just defending that layup, and then Millie Carnahan kept it alive. Peyton Davis finished.
34-24. Labette County trails with 90 seconds left in the third. Gorman head fakes on a 3, then shoots the second, and the backside board wide open putback for Malone is there.
Yeah, again, that's just way too easy. They're never going to miss those, so we're just kind of missing in action.
And the Grizzlies throw it away. A few subs for Coach Vollmer come in. Jackie Scholl, Aaron Dickens, Kaylin McCoy all check in.
The Grizzlies are going to have to rebound again. I mean, they're just getting put back so easy.
Clark wants her 5th 3 of the game. Will not find it. Long rebound tipped by Gorman. Headsy play by the senior. And then a long pass, a rocket poked out by Amory Baker. Fort Scott is forced to inbounds yet again here.
Grizzlies find themselves down 12 here with 56 seconds left in the third quarter, so it would be nice to kind of win this last 50 seconds, get a stop and a score and a stop maybe.
A set play here for McElroy, but the 3 wasn't there. Clark, right wing, throws to Malone, dribbles once and is fouled by Scholl.
Got a little too aggressive there, and the ref is right on top of it, so it's just one on Scholl.
Fort Scott inbounds it up by 12. Open, short corner jumper misses. Jackie Scholl had the rebound, but kind of lost it, and then it landed out of bounds. So the Tigers again with possession. 39 seconds left in the third.
Yeah, I feel like the hustle's there. They're just getting multiple chances to score.
A long rebound is going to go to Aaron Dickens. Across half court, picks her dribble up, looks for somebody, harassed by Gorman, lost it out of bounds. Labette County will have it.
It's always so tempting to pick your dribble up and, kind of dish it off, but man, the second you do that, you will have 1 or 2 bodies on you.
Dickens gets it in, but it goes to the Tigers, and then Dickens picks up a quick turnaround foul. So some similar feelings. Yeah, that's the 5th foul on Labette County, so 2 free throws for Fort Scott. Some similar vibes, just not quite as quick of a bleed as we saw on Friday at Chanute.
Yeah, it's and it's that old deal, kind of when it rains, it pours. When you do a few things that don't go your way, it seems like those magnify too. So hopefully the Grizzlies can, just kind of slowly turn this around here and claw back into this. I mean, we're only down 12, but you're just going to have to tighten some things up to make this happen.
Gorman misses both. Rebound Labette County, so they dodge a bullet there. A score here would be wonderful. And Davis is fouled. No, a charge. And that's her third with 17 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, she'll continue to learn. I saw that coming. Fort Scott defender squared up, stood still. Peyton went in a little out of control. That was a charge.
Labette County's been held to just 7 third-quarter points. They have yet to break a 10-point quarter tonight, but very much in the game have the Grizzlies been. Here comes Fort Scott and a foul on Baker. Or did he say going the other way? He did. Or was it just out of bounds maybe? I don't know. I
Must
think
have been out of bounds.
I think just out of bounds. Coach Steps disagrees, exchanged words with the officials, and Labette County another chance to get within 10 come fourth quarter. 5 seconds left in the third. Davis turns it over. Lots of those this period. Gorman's half-court heave hits the backboard, no good. Fort Scott outscores Labette County 14-7 in the third quarter, giving them a 12-point lead going into the fourth. Back in 1 minute from Altamont.
Looking for a career that supports the U.S. national security mission? Join Day and Zimmerman here in Parsons, Kansas. Our salaried and hourly positions offer competitive compensation, starting at $22.90 for hourly roles, and all employees receive excellent benefits and room to grow. From production operators to engineering and beyond, you'll help supply America's defense and build a career you can be proud of. Apply today at careers.dayzim.com. You can make a difference at Day and Zimmerman.
Fort Scott 36, Labette County 24, start of the fourth quarter. Grizzlies working the ball around the three-point line. Baker, right elbow, up and missed. Jackie Scholl's putback is off the mark, and the Tigers collect the rebound.
I like the shot by Baker. I like the putback by Scholl. We just didn't get the result we needed that time.
McElroy manning the ship, gets downhill, and Jackie Scholl forces a jump ball. Very nice from Scholl. The possession will keep it with the Tigers. Kylie Roberts comes in for Scholl for the first time tonight.
It's like maybe the Grizzlies are going to play a zone on the inbounds play.
They do. Here's a kick out. Gorman head fakes on a three, kicks it out. McElroy, three-pointer, good.
Yeah, Fort Scott continues to shoot well from outside too, so they're putting together a really nice second half.
Yes, they are. 39-24, Tigers lead by 15 now. Labette County needing points. Amory shoots a hook, and it misses, but she's fouled. Yet to score a field goal tonight, Amory, but this will be her 7th and 8th free throws of the game.
I like that little hook shot there. That's what I was talking about earlier. Instead of trying to always square up when you're in the paint and getting stripped, just keep your shoulders parallel and go up with a hook shot like that. It's good.
Missing is the first free throw. See if she can't make this one. And she will not, and the rebound is out of bounds off of the Tigers. McKinley Baker fought just hard enough to cause havoc, and it's going to grant Labette County another try at it here, down by 15 with 7 minutes left in the game. Kylie Roberts, or pardon me, Amory Baker gets a floater to go. Her first field goal is good.
Yeah, very nice. Amory, the last 3 or 4 times she's touched the ball, I've been really impressed with how she's going to the hoop now.
McElroy throws to Gorman, three-point shot, no, tumbles over the rim to Baker. Nice one and out by Labette County's defense.
Yeah, and I thought that looked good when it left her hand, so I was thankful to see that kind of clank off the backside.
Jump ball will give it to Labette County, I believe, yes. There was a bit of a tie-up right in front of the Labette County bench. Labette County down 13 with the ball, a couple scores, and then you're down 9 with plenty of time left. McKinley Baker gets the ball off the inbounds and throws it to Peyton Davis. They go into Baker and traveled with it again. And Fort Scott has it off the turnover.
Yeah, just kind of drug that foot. That was the right call. Just trust yourself and commit to that shot and go up with it.
6-minute mark has been surpassed. Tigers with possession and a 13-point lead. Gorman defended by Carnahan. A few Tigers cut, but no one's open. The game has kind of settled in for the Tigers. They're kind of doing what they want on offense, whether they score or not. They're getting to their spots fairly well. Cowan with 2 seconds on the shot clock throws to Gorman, who doesn't see it, and a shot clock violation is what happens for the Tigers here.
Yeah, it's obvious. Coach Steps told the kids to kind of go into a, well, some teams call it a cold or not necessarily a freeze, but just throw the ball around and only take a good shot. No, try to milk the clock as much as possible. It hurt him that time.
McCoy gets across the press here, throws to McKinley off the glass. Her layup is good. Baker has 4.
So effective she is at that. She always just commits quickly, turns her shoulders, and puts it up.
An 11-point game with 5 minutes to go. Yarick had 6 points in the third quarter. That is it for the game for her. Gorman for 3, misses. Rebound tipped out. Fort Scott has it, and a foul on Labette County. It seems like whoever's not in position to get the rebound gets the rebound.
I know. Sometimes you can be where you need to be, and it either is just hard to grab or it takes a clanky bounce off the rim. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, you know.
A long shot for the Tigers, misses off the inbound. Rebound Baker for the Grizzlies.
Big possession here.
Absolutely, only down 11 with the ball. Davis rises on a tough jumper, missed off the window, fought for by Roberts, saves it, and her foot was out. Turnover, Grizzlies so close to cracking single digits.
Nice hustle there by Roberts. Yeah, just must have had her toe or whatever out of bounds. So back to the Tigers. Another defensive stand here. Gotta have it now.
39-28. Labette County trails with 4.5 minutes to go. Gorman drives, Carnahan calls for help, and it comes. Clark off the feed, bounce pass errant, out of bounds. Tigers giving Labette County a chance.
Yeah, that's better. Better defense, no easy looks, people leaving their man to help someone when they call help, so a lot of good talk going on out there.
Don't feel like we've seen Keely Good for a while. She's in the game now and has the ball at the volleyball line just inside of it. Carnahan left wing. Tigers in a zone. McKinley Baker, a jump shot is no good. Oh, it hit the rim 3 times and fell.
Yeah, good shot though. Caught the ball, turned and looked for it. It was there.
Now under 4 minutes to go. Yarick hands to Gorman, who is fouled on a 3 and will shoot 3. Oh, he's calling it on the floor.
Oh, that's helpful.
I always understood even if the shot had been shot and she was coming to the ground, yeah, even this official is like, what are you talking about?
She's lining up to shoot 3 free throws, and now she talk about a letdown.
Yeah, that should be 3 free throws. But it won't be.
He's going to set the ball down right here.
Fort Scott's kind of upset about it a little bit. Their lack of going over to throw the ball in was almost a bit of a protest of the call, it looked like. Gorman had her foot on the free throw line and was like, I am not leaving this free throw line no matter what you say. So really interesting there. Timeout, Coach Steps. Grizzlies trail by 11 with 3:40 remaining. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
McElroy's going to throw the ball in for Fort Scott. I don't know why the buzzer keeps going off, but it does. And a layup is missed by the Tigers off the backside. Rebound, Labette County. Roberts nearly throws it away. In fact, they do. And Fort Scott has the ball yet again.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, Labette County's going to have to live with it, but can't do that. 3 minutes, 3.5 here, throwing the ball away is not going to get it done.
Shot clock didn't start, so the officials stopped play. 3:24 to go. Tigers lead by 11. We said pregame Labette County would have to find a way to score in the area of 50 points, and we're looking to be pretty close on the money with that. The Tigers are at 39 with 3:15 left. And Labette County still quite a ways from that mark. McElroy throws off to Gorman in the corner. The atmosphere is still hanging with these Lady Grizzlies, though. The students and the cheerleaders giving them all they can ask for. Here's a shot missed, clanks off. Gorman fights and gets it. She had no right to that rebound.
Another frustrating deal there. Yeah, that's how the ball bounces, I guess. That was very fortunate for Fort Scott.
Here's Keely Good. A floater misses for her. And it's out of bounds off of the backside of Rogers. Labette County will have it. Peyton Davis and McKinley Baker check in.
Some pretty good action there. Some good passing. A nice little shot by Good on the back cut. Can be a tough shot sometimes when your body's in motion like that.
Labette County's only scored 11 points in the second half. Typically not going to be enough to get a victory in this league. They trail by 13 with 2.5 left and will throw it in under their own rim. It's Davis, McKinley Baker, Amory Baker, Roberts, and Carnahan in the game. Ball goes in. Davis for 3. Might have been tipped by Gorman. Airballed short. Rebound Yarick, who throws off.
Down 13, 2:24 left. Grizzlies going to have to just kind of catch fire here. I mean, defensively, we should be right in their grill.
Yeah, Coach Vollmer's telling Roberts to get up on Cowan. We only have 2 personal fouls, so you might as well be going for a jump, a steal every single time you're guarding somebody. Gorman given a bit of room. 3-point shot misses. Putback is off the mark. Fort Scott still getting boards. Clark, 3-pointer, no. Rebound over the back on Amory Baker.
Yeah.
That's been a big issue this half for Labette County, is not getting rebounds.
Little surprise Fort Scott shot that. They got the rebound a couple of times with the reset shot clock and shot a 3. Worked out for him, but I'm surprised.
Timeout, Labette County. Trail by 13 with 1:50 left. Back in 30 seconds with the final couple minutes on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At Idea Tech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees, but then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from Idea Tech.
41-28. Labette County gets a foul here. Pardon me. I need like 2 more waters. Peyton Davis picks up her 5th personal foul and will have a seat.
I'm okay with the foul, but I'm with you. We need to start aggressively just trying to grab the ball. You know, there's a 4 in 10 chance you'll get a jump or something. They don't always call a foul.
Travel called here on Abby Gorman, who made an athletic move and ended up making the jumper, and she couldn't believe the travel was called in.
Grizzlies have to go right down and score. They can't be passing it around and dribbling around. They don't have to throw up a 40-footer. They either have to drive in and shoot or find a quick. You can't waste more than 7 or 8 seconds here.
Jackie Schull looks to push the pace and initiate here, and she's bumped and fouled by Clark. Clark's been held scoreless in the second half. She had 14 points in the first half on 4 made threes. Minute and a half left in the game. Ball goes in for Labette County. Schull forwards the pass to Good. Now to Carnahan. Schull in the corner. Looking inside. Nothing is there. Labette County flirting with going 6-14 on the season, but not before Keely Good buries a 3, her 3rd 3 of the game, and it's a 10-point game with 1:10 left. Timeout, Coach Vollmer. It's a full timeout. Let's take half of it. 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Labette County trails by 10 with 1:12 seconds left, as that was the fastest 60-second timeout I've ever seen in my life, as they're already about to resume play. She called a 60. I thought maybe that we'd have a few moments to kind of break down how we got here, but Labette County will be playing defense down by 10 with 1:12 left. After the next Grizzly foul, it'll be 2 free throws for Labette, or for the Tigers. Fort Scott throws a home run ball to Cowan, and her layup is good. Labette County was full court pressurizing them, and so they just threw over the top of it. Here's an intercepted pass by Yarick, and she will retreat, and the Tigers now comfortably in front, and a foul on Labette County, up by 12 with 55 seconds left.
Yeah, just like that. I mean, that's really, you just simply can't do that. You know, the home run ball is always available. Someone has to be responsible for being back on that. Those are just some of the things that were better than that. I mean, we commit some of those things against a team like Fort Scott, and you're just not going to have a prayer. And we've played such a good game, really, overall. So those are just big hurts.
Yarick makes both free throws. Carnahan throws ahead to Carson Moore, one of the 4 Grizzlies seniors on this roster that we will hear from post-game. Amory Baker looks to drive here in crunch time, and she's fouled and will shoot free throws again. One thing she's good at is getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, and again, I feel like she's played a really good fourth quarter. Just, I don't know, I've noticed just some changes in how she's going to the basket.
First free throw off the mark for Baker. The second free throw's off as well, and the rebound is to the Tigers, who lead by 14 with 30 seconds left. And here's a nice steal by Amory Baker, and then a foul on Yarick. Nicely done by Amory Baker, snuffing out that ball.
Yeah, good effort to the last, till the buzzer sounds. That's what they do, so got to respect that.
As that was Yarick's 5th personal foul. Tigers lead by 14 with 25 seconds to go. Labette County with it. Good in the corner, takes a dribble, throws it to Moore on the block, throws out to Scholl. Her 3-point shot is short. The rebound is saved by Keeley, but to the Tigers with now under 10 seconds to play. So Labette County will play at home on Tamashaw night against Humboldt this coming Friday. That's when we will see the Lady Grizzlies in action again. Grizzlies fall 45-31 and to 6-14 on the year. Tigers advance to 13-5. We will hear from Millie Carnahan, Keely Good, Amory Baker, and Carson Moore postgame. Those are the 4 seniors for the Lady Grizzlies. So on senior night, we will talk with them. They are going to do the senior night ceremony. We will try to pump the audio for that through our YouTube live stream so those at home can be a part of the senior night ceremony as well. Let's step aside for a 5-minute break and come back with the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show on KLKC. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show of Lady Grizzly basketball. Lady Grizzlies fall 45-31 to the Lady Tigers of Fort Scott. They beat us by 15 back on January 9th, and they beat us by 14 here tonight. So improvement for those that are really glass half full folks. Meanwhile, Harrison Gymnasium, the floor, the basketball court, is filled with seniors from the cheer squad, the dance team, girls basketball, boys basketball, the band. Not sure if they do wrestling on the night of basketball. I don't think so. I don't see any anyways, wrestlers. But anyways, senior night nonetheless, and a lot of great seniors, Labette County students, representatives being recognized here tonight. We will hear from the senior girls on the basketball team and senior boys from the basketball team. Girls should be coming up here before too long, and boys will be post-game after they play, of course, here in a couple hours at the end of that game, of course. But as far as the game is concerned, let's break that down real quick before the girls make their way up here after Coach Vollmer talks to them in the locker room. Keeley Good led the way with 11. Pretty good senior night for Keeley on 3 made threes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Keeley shot the ball really well, looked comfortable, buried that deep three from the top of the key kind of in the fourth quarter to at least give us some breath there, thinking we might be able to make a little run at it. But, yeah, some great effort from Keeley. And honestly, this game is like so many we've watched. You know, at halftime we're basically tied. I think we were down 3 or 4, but played the entire first half with them. And then it just slips away, and before you know it, you feel like you're down a dozen or so just trying to fight for your life. So I continue to see some good things out of our girls, but then kind of shoot ourselves in the foot with some pretty bad passes from time to time and get a little lazy on rebounding late in the game that hurt us too.
Grizzly boys make their way onto the floor. They're ready to go. Big game for them against Fort Scott as well. Grizzlies fell a game behind in the SEK title race at Chanute. We'll get into that later, but they need tonight badly if they want any chance at that SEK crown. Yeah, at halftime it was Lady Grizzlies 17, Tigers 22, and goodness, it could have been 22-17 the other way around.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with a minute before halftime, we were down 1 or 2, so got some music cranking here tonight in the gym.
Loud. Did you finish talking? I couldn't hear you.
What'd you say?
I don't even think Jonathan can hear us. Oh, he can. He likes it. He wants them to turn it up louder. And then in the second half, Labette County scored 7 points in the third quarter and 7 points in the fourth quarter. That is just back-breaking. And Fort Scott wasn't amazing tonight. They scored 45. We said they'd have to score in the neighborhood of 50 to win, and the Lady Tigers scored 45, and it wasn't really, I suppose the positive perspective is the defense was good. It was.
Yeah, I thought so too. And like we said during the game, you know, when the going was good in that first half, it looked effortless. I mean, we just played basketball, we defended, we rebounded, and, you know, moved it around. It's easy when you're not pressing like that. And so one thing leads to another, and the team kind of starts to erode away a little bit, and before you know it, you're down 5, 7, 9, and then, boy, it just seems like everything flows against you. But, you know, got to credit Fort Scott. Got a nice team, a lot of seniors. So they stayed kind of hungry tonight and kind of beat us down late, beat us in the second half.
This has been the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Lady Grizzly basketball. I thought Coach Vollmer told me, okay, yeah, they're coming up here. So let's step aside for, let's do 1 minute and come back, and we will have the 4 Lady Grizzly seniors here on KLKC. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the continuation of the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show, and we are happy to be joined first by senior Lady Grizzly Amory Baker. Amory, don't be nervous. It's okay. Thank you for being here.
Having me.
It would help if I would turn your microphone on.
Oh.
Does that help?
Yes, it
okay.
does.
Is it weird to hear yourself in
It definitely is.
I appreciate you coming up. Amory, it's been an absolute joy to watch you just perform in all kinds of athletics throughout your time here at Labette County High School. What has it meant to you to be a Labette County Grizzly?
I think it's definitely meant to me to be surrounded by like such a positive culture. Our coaching staff is great in every sport. They're encouraging and they're making sure that we're good people before we're good athletes, and I think that's very important.
Yeah, that's very good. And I went to school here, of course, grew up in Altamont, and always took so much pride just in the welcoming and warm environment that Labette County High School has to offer. What would you say is maybe one of your favorite things about Labette County High School?
I think definitely the community, because no matter the record, no matter the sport, I feel like our fans and our community shows up for all of us, no matter what.
Absolutely, and as far as we got to talk a little bit of basketball, that's what people, of course, like to hear this time of year. As far as wins and losses, of course, not the season that we would have perhaps dreamt of back in November. However, I feel like you guys have improved so much. How have you seen progression, improvement, and blossoming in that area?
I think a lot of people have stepped up. I think a lot of underclassmen, like, they were thrown to the wolves. We had a lot of seniors graduate last year. They stepped up and they took their role and they learned from their mistakes, and they're continuing to move on and grow every single day.
And I have to ask before we turn it over to Carson here, there were countless times throughout this season, and tonight was a good example, where you couldn't get the shot to fall because you got fouled, so then you'd have to go shoot 2 free throws. You have shot loads of free throws this year.
Yes, I have. They're such a mental game, and I'm working on it, but it'll get better.
Oh, no, you did great. I just think it's kind of funny to see your reaction sometimes. I got to go shoot another 2 free throws.
Yeah, definitely.
Amory, thank you for coming up. It's been a joy, and still, hopefully, many games left this season.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Amory. And now we will turn it over to next in line, Carson Moore, senior Lady Grizzly basketball player. Can you hear me okay, Carson?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Well, Carson, I'll start off the same as I did with Amory. It has been a joy to get to watch you battle out there each and every night, and I love seeing you come in off the bench and just do everything that you need to do to help the team win. How would you define your role with this team this year?
Honestly, just being a team player is my thing. Coming in, doing my expectations, not having too much thought into it, just doing what I know I need to do in that moment to help benefit my team.
And obviously, as far as, you know, the wins and losses, it wasn't what we had hoped or has been up to this point. But what would be your outlook on the season? Because I feel like you all have improved so much since November.
Honestly, yeah, we go to practice every day, put work in and day out. I mean, maybe the wins and losses don't dictate what we've really been doing. Like, the growth from November to now is crazy. Just, like, honestly, it's a big thing for me, like, just seeing how much we've grown as a team, honestly.
Yes. Absolutely. And I'll ask you the same thing I did, Amory. It's kind of fun to ask you guys the same questions to see what you say, because I went to Labette County, of course, and grew up here, and I know some of my favorite things about Labette County High School. What would be your favorite thing about being a Grizzly?
Honestly, just the environment we all get to play in. Like, being here is just like the best place. Like, you go to these other gyms and nowhere matches this energy. And it's just so great to be blessed with this every single time we come out here and play.
Now, this is a tough one. Is there a memory that stands out that you'll be telling your family one day here down the line?
A specific memory? I don't think I could just give a specific memory. Like, just little conversations we have on the bench or little conversations we have at practice that we'll all get to discuss as we get older, like, hey, you remember talking about this, like, or hey, you remember this specific moment in the game. Like, it's honestly, I can't say one specific memory because all of them have impacted me or blessed me in some kind of way, and I wouldn't trade this team for the world.
That's so good. That's a good answer, Carson. Well, before I let you go, I'll let you finish. If you have anything that you would like to tell Grizzly Nation, whether it be about you, about the team, or just a big thanks to Grizzly Nation.
Honestly, just thank you for coming out and supporting us every single time, no matter the wins, losses. Thank you for always showing up. Just always put in your work day in and day out, and good things will happen.
Carson, good job. Fun to watch you play this year. Many more games to come.
Thank you.
Who do we have next? We got two more. We've got Millie Carnahan. Millie, how are you tonight? Have you done this before?
No, I have not. I'm good. How are you, Jack?
I'm doing great. I know that you and Keely were the two that were a little bit more nervous about this than maybe the others, but it's really not that bad, and I'll try to make it as fun as possible because really this is just about highlighting you guys as seniors and giving you an opportunity to share your experience and give gratitude to Grizzly Nation.
Yeah.
So how would you... Because I know you a little bit better than some of the other girls just kind of growing up knowing your family. So how would you describe being a Grizzly, a Labette County High School student?
Being a Grizzly is definitely different than being any other member of any other school out there. It's just different. The coaches here, the teachers, the community here is just different, and I just feel blessed to be a part of this school and a part of this team.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. And I threw this at Carson. Do you have a memory, whether it be a moment or just like something about this place, a memory that you will carry with you for the rest of your life?
I think just going to state last year was super fun. Just the whole trip, the trip up there, getting closer to the girls, spending the night in the hotel, stepping on that floor in front of everyone. And then just practice every single day. It's always super fun, no matter how intense it is or whatever. It's always just super fun, and just growing close to these girls is really fun.
That's a good answer right there. And if I had a $5 bill for every time you either got a steal or forced a jump ball, then I probably wouldn't be doing this interview with you right now, to be honest. I might be at my beach house somewhere.
Yeah.
But how would you describe just your role, how you feel like you grew as a player this season?
So I'd say my role probably it was a little different than what I expected coming out of this season. but I found myself like getting more steals and more stops on defense. So I just took that role as a defender and less as like an offensive player.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, sometimes we just needed to get out of a slump and just get one steal or whatever. So I just put that on me and tried to do my best to pick a pocket or whatever, just a jump ball, whatever it took. So yeah, I'd say I try to be a leader, but that might not be leading in points, maybe in steals, maybe in stops, but yeah.
That's good stuff. That stuff makes coaches real happy, and you do it well.
Thank you.
Millie, thank you for joining me, and look forward to watching the rest of the season play out.
Thank you, Jack.
And lastly, but certainly not leastly, I think I said that right maybe, is leading scorer for tonight's game with 11 points, Keely Good. Keely, first of all, good game tonight. 3 made threes. How about that?
Thank you. I've been struggling, honestly, at practice and the last couple of games to score threes, and so it feels really good to come out here and feel it, honestly.
And your first three-pointer that you shot, I think down on this end on the right wing, or maybe, I don't remember, but it almost went in.
Yeah.
But didn't. And I mean, it almost went in.
It felt good, sorry.
And so, no, you're okay. And so to see you follow that up with 3 made threes just looked right, because that first one almost went in.
Yeah.
Keely, it's been so fun to watch you play this season, and while the wins and losses haven't been what we have hoped, I really feel like your progression and growth as a team has really gotten better since the start of the year. How would you view the progression of this team, or you as a player growing this year?
I mean, as a team, we go to practice every single day and work hard together, and we're constantly pushing each other to get better and always going at each other. And even, like, people who don't get to play as much, they're always there picking you up if you're having a bad game or just everything. Yeah. And myself, Millie and I, honestly, whenever we struggle, we get into the gym after practice before game day, and that helps a lot, and she helps with my confidence.
That's awesome. That's good stuff. And you're not the first person to talk about just the good culture around this Lady Grizzly program, and you can talk about that too, but also what has it meant to you to be a member of Labette County High School, and what might be your favorite thing about this place?
It's amazing. It's about being a part of something that's bigger than yourself. I mean, if you look around this gym right now, there's so many people, just people in the community, like alumni, just people who come here to support us every single night. And even just at school, everyone is so kind and will just talk to you no matter what.
A very warm and welcoming family type environment. I love that about this school.
Yeah.
Keely, thank you for joining me. Before I let you go, is there anything else that you would like to say to Grizzly Nation, whether it be about you, this team, or just whatever?
I would just like to say keep working even when it's tough, because it'll eventually work out.
That's good advice right there. I might put that on a t-shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Keely, thank you for joining me. Those were the 4 Grizzlies seniors from the Lady Grizzlies team. Always fun to get to do that and kind of carry that tradition forward on senior night. Starting lineups, meanwhile, for the boys being rattled off for the boys game. And we will go ahead and jump right in with them. Starting for Fort Scott tonight will be number 1, a 6'3" senior, Dexter Williams. Number 3, a 6-foot-tall senior, one of the best guards in the league, Dirks Kegler. Number 11, a 6'3" senior, Cannon Brown. And number 14, a 6'3" senior, Tyler Anderson. 5th and final starter for the Tigers, number 34, a 6'2" senior, Aiden Ogren. So 5 senior starters for the Lady Tigers and 5 senior starters for the Fort Scott Tigers. Head coach Brennan Feeback, assisted by Jason Young and Danny Larson. Jonathan, I'm going to have to ask you, because I was doing that interview and didn't catch it, is Coach Argebright throwing out the same starters, or is he mixing it up for senior night?
So we don't have any of the senior managers that are going to be playing tonight. They're going to be playing Friday, so you're going to get to see Logan. Logan will be starting on Friday, not tonight.
So the managers, instead of playing tonight, are going to play on Friday?
Yes, because
a non-conference
I think
game.
it's
I get
because
that.
Fort Scott, and yeah. It's kind of a winnable game that we need to win.
It's a league game. No, I understand. Yeah, so that'll be really neat, as I was just kind of asking to see who the starters were, basically, because they look different. Yes, they are different. So it will be for Labette County tonight. Number 2, a 5'11 senior, Carson Lamb. Number 3, a 5'10 junior, Kane Nash. Number 4, a 5'8 senior, Kagan Bates. Number 5, a 6'1 junior, Nolan Nash. And number 24, a 6'1 senior, Barrett Heston. Tip and the tap won by Fort Scott, and we are underway. Labette County needs it to stay in the race for the trophy.
They sure do. Fort Scott's a tall team, too.
Yeah. They put it on us back at their place earlier this month. Here's a missed shot by Fort Scott, rebound Labette County. They really impressed me. I didn't realize they returned as many as they did. Pretty much everyone. Tall, athletic. Lamb for 3, misses. Rebound Tigers.
For the boys, it's going to be similar for the girls. We're going to have to rebound really well. We can't give Fort Scott double looks here.
3-point shot by Kegler misses. Labette County with the rebound. That game back on January 9th, Labette County lost 54-45. How about Barrett Heston in traffic, getting it to go?
Boy, how strong was that? He's looking more and more confident every game doing that. Just taking it to the hoop. He's so athletic, gets up so high. So, yeah, big play there by Barrett.
Labette County 11-8 on the year. Fort Scott 9-8. Dexter Williams with Fort Scott's first bucket, and we're tied at 2.
It's a nice pass and a quick catch and shot there. So, yeah, look for a really good game tonight.
Tigers coming off of a loss to Tonganoxie as the Chieftains from Tonganoxie swept Fort Scott, girls and boys, earlier this week. And Dirks Kegler picks a pocket and scores at the other end.
Yeah, Labette County is going to have to really mind their P's and Q's tonight. We can't let down in any facet. Fort Scott's too good.
Bates looks to drive, gets in the paint, looks for somebody, finds Kane Nash, who jabs right, goes left. Carson Lamb getting the start tonight on senior night, rotates the ball around the horn. Kagan Bates, 3-point shot, no. Rebound, Williams.
Like to see a few more white jerseys crashing the boards. We're going to need some putbacks tonight.
Williams drives and kicks. Open 3, up and no good. Rebound tipped out to Kane Nash. Labette County, conversely, coming off of a loss 45-68 to Chanute. Heston fouled, and it's on the floor. Labette County, ever since January 30th, has gone win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. So, hey, a win tonight would continue that.
Yeah, I hadn't paid attention to that until you said that.
Labette County comes up ill on this attempt as well. Rebound Tigers, 4-2, Fort Scott, 5:30 left in the first quarter. Kegler well beyond the arc with it.
Fort Scott's got really a nice team, like you mentioned. They got some senior leadership, some quality athletes, so they'll take a really good effort tonight out of the Grizzlies to get this one.
And a good point guard who drives and misses. Here's Carson Lamb left to right after collecting a Euro, and he'll score. Wow.
Sometimes that looks like a travel to me, that little hop step, though, but he did that really well.
That's probably not called a Euro. Yeah, I probably botched that. I tried to sound like one of the cool kids. Was it a Euro, Jonathan?
Yeah, it's called a jump stop.
Okay, so I was wrong. Dad was right. You got it.
Yep.
Senior citizen got it right. You were going to say that, weren't you?
Well,
yeah. Like father, like son. Williams throws it to the left side, and in contact missing is Brown, but the putback is there for Aiden Ogren.
Good job there by Ogren, just kind of sneaking in on the backside and getting the easy putback.
Kane Nash drives, splits the Red Sea, but he's drowned out by the waves. A steal, right to left, Ogren lays it in. Timeout, Coach Argabright. Tigers, quality ball club. They lead 8-4 halfway through the first quarter. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Looking for a career that supports the U.S. national security mission? Join Day and Zimmerman here in Parsons, Kansas. Our salaried and hourly positions offer competitive compensation, starting at $22.90 for hourly roles, and all employees receive excellent benefits and room to grow. From production operators to engineering and beyond, you'll help supply America's defense and build a career you can be proud of. Apply today at careers.dayzim.com. You can make a difference at Day and Zimmerman.
Labette County with the basketball down by 4. Pretty good timeout there by Coach Argabright. Only down by 4, stops the bleeding early. Kane Nash off the screen, three-pointer, no good. Rebound Tigers.
Like to see the Grizzlies kind of find their rhythm tonight with the shooting. It makes such a big difference, of course, when some of those shots go down.
Shot up and no good. Tipped out to Kagan Bates. His bounce pass up ahead to Lamb is successful. Another jump stop, and he scores it.
I don't know if I could do that. It feels like a travel
looks like
to me.
a travel, yeah. Well, after he did it the first time, I looked at Coach Feeback to see if he was wanting a travel, and he wasn't moving at all.
No.
And he did it again, and still not a call. I mean, it's obviously not a travel, but it's a unique move that he's got mastered, apparently.
He does.
Getting the start tonight and having an impact. 8-6 is the score. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Brown, step back, Tuffy, air ball, rebound Bates, here we go. Left to right goes the senior, number 4 in white, to tie the game. Well, he tried to pass it, and it got stolen, and a foul going the other way. That went tragic pretty quick.
Yeah, that might have been a bit of a force. I love Kagan's attack mode. Didn't have numbers at all, and they were kind of down their set, so maybe pull that one back out and run a little offense that time.
First sub for both teams. Kane Nash takes a seat. Tucker Rush into the game. And for Coach Feeback, Anderson sits down. In the game for him, Jax Armstrong. Tigers by 2 with 2:40 remaining, opening quarter. Kegler, left wing, dribbles with the left hand. Well, Colton Weil came in the game as well. I missed that. Armstrong for 3, misses, rebound Rush.
Good job that time. A lot of white jerseys rebounding the ball. That's important.
Colton Weil left open for 3, swish! And he smiles and looks at Coach Argabright.
Yeah. That's refreshing. Instead of someone putting 3 fingers on their face, he just smiles. I mean, why not?
That is, yeah, that. And then Jonathan did the celebration. I'm sorry, Grizzly fans. I'm sorry. That was funny. Jonathan, that was pretty good. As what do we have, a foul here on Labette County and 2 free throws coming up for Williams.
Tell you, Fort's got so athletic on that last shot. I mean, there were just red jerseys coming from all angles, 7, 8 foot in the air it looked like. So Grizzlies are going to have their work cut out for them, getting their bodies on them, screening out, really getting them on their hips. They're going to have to be fundamentally sound to rebound with these guys.
Williams' first free throw is no good. Second free throw is good and ties the game at 9. Jonathan got my funny bone pretty good there. I'm still recovering. Under 2 minutes to play, opening quarter. Labette County 9, Fort Scott 9. Rush gives Bates a ball screen. Now Kagan drives and kicks. Nice. Kane Nash for 3. No. Rebound Ogren of Fort Scott.
Just need to see a couple of those go down early for Kane, then he gets on fire. He's a real streaky shooter that way. Had a good look, good drive, penetration kick out by Bates.
Kegler passes off to Brown. Kane Nash giving him fits. Now he tries to drive. Not there. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Labette County defending well. Brown rises from 10 and buries it.
Yeah, not bad defense that time. That was just a really good offensive possession there. Is that Brown? Yeah, nice shot.
Fort Scott's lead is 2. Rush, 5 feet from the rim. Right hand hook shot, good. Love that offense.
Yeah, nice strong move, and he kept the kind of the hook shot mentality. That's hard to block, so well done there by Tucker.
Fort Scott nearly throws it away, but Brown able to track it down right in front of the scores table. He'll turn and throw to Armstrong. Coach Feeback very animated on the sideline, as is Coach Argabright. Two similar coaches going at it as far as persona. Brown, three-pointer, clanks off the rim, 30 seconds left in the quarter, no shot clock, rebound Tigers. Kick out Kegler, left open after the ball fake, but missed the three, and it's rebounded by Labette County.
Yeah, pretty good defensive possession that time, so let's see if we can't capitalize here with 15 seconds left in the quarter.
10 seconds, Rush sets a ball screen, Bates comes off of it, downhill, pretty, yeah!
It's what he does best. Here we go with 3 seconds left.
1 second, a good look for Kegler, short, and Labette County, after trailing 8-4, outscores the Tigers 9-3 over the final 4 minutes of the quarter. 13-11, your total, back in 1 minute on KLKC.
Reaching your goals is closer than you think at Labette Community College. With 25 programs of study, 6 certificate options, and a campus that cares, your journey at LCC is sure to lead to success. Become a Cardinal. Visit labette.edu to learn more today.
Start of the second quarter begins now here in Altamont, Kansas. Labette County leads Fort Scott 13-11. Here's a set play for Colton Wild to get a three. Oh, he missed it. That looked perfect. And the rebound goes off of Kane Nash. Colton wanted that pretty bad. That almost went in.
Yeah, I like it. I like the shot. It looked good, and Kane had good position, so I really like the flow, the feel of the game right now. I feel like we're playing within ourselves. We're not getting too spun up and making silly passes. And I don't know.
I agree.
Looks good right now.
The start of games for us can almost be so fast and energized that the rest of the game has nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
It was like it kind of capped off early. And so I agree. Labette County was down 8-4 early. Here's a foul on the Grizzlies. And then I thought Coach Argabright called a great timeout with 4 minutes left in the quarter, down by 4.
Yeah, I mean, Fort Scott was on a mini run and trying to gather and gain a little momentum, and he just kind of squelched it right there.
Kegler misses the first free throw. The foul was on Kane Nash, his first. Kegler bends at the knees, fires the second, and bottoms it out.
That will take that. That's a good foul. Saved us a point.
Kane Nash rises, jumper, trickles off. Rebound, Brown.
Kane can't get frustrated. Those are good shots. Got to take those.
Right hand drive by Anderson. Hand off to Brown. Nolan does a nice job getting around the screen. Weil recovers well on the backside. Good active defense by Labette County. Jax Armstrong defended by Kane Nash. And a ticky-tack foul called on him. Kagan Bates comes in for Kane Nash right away. His second personal foul.
Yeah, we don't want Kane getting three, of course, in the first half, so that's unfortunate. That seemed a little ticky-tack, like you said. Nonetheless, it was called.
Kane Nash, a junior, transferred from Oklahoma Union. Ran into him the other day before one of the games a couple weeks ago, talked to him for a bit, and he said he's absolutely loved being here and has had nothing but positive experiences with everyone he's come across, and just a really good young man.
Yes,
Labette County fortunate to get him. Here's a missed shot underneath by Ogren. Labette County collects the rebound.
Yeah, I feel fortunate there. They had a pretty good look at a putback.
Bates drives in the trees, misses, and it's rebounded by Fort Scott.
Pretty good job there again for Kagan, though. Good penetration.
Kegler went all the way, but missed the tough jump shot, and Labette County has the ball in transition. Bates throws, and one of those examples of what we were talking about earlier is the ball goes out of bounds, just forcing the issue a tick too much.
Yeah, we didn't have to do that. There really wasn't a play there. Just got a little bit, kind of playground ball going there. A little, some tricky passes.
6 minutes to play in the half. Armstrong wants a three and gets it. Man, bench players hurt Labette County against Fort Scott more than anybody.
Looks like they've got some nice players, too, coming off the bench just like us. So this is shaping up to be about what we expected.
Making reference to, of course, for the girls, Lorelei Clark comes off the bench for them. Labette County down 2. Nice move. Heston for 3. Misses left. Rebound Brown. Tigers content with pushing pace pretty hard here. Bad pass by them, though. Wild, long pass Bates. Layup good. We're tied at 15.
Yeah, how nice is that? We talk a lot about transition points and how this team feeds off that. I mean, they're easy buckets normally, plus it just kind of builds your next defensive set.
Armstrong defended by Bates. 5 minutes until halftime. Senior night. Coach Feeback's pretty upset. Here's a travel called on Anderson. Coach didn't like that possession from the start. In comes Dexter Williams in place of Ogren.
I was wondering who was going to come out. I was just counting. There's 6 red jerseys out there, and someone hollered Kanan, and he came jogging off.
Pick and roll for Bates and Rush. Kagan doesn't throw it. Gets his man to bite and finishes. Hard to stop.
A lot of things happen there. Yeah, he pump faked, but then he shot real quick. He didn't let his jump shot get to its highest arc. He shot it sooner than that so he could get it off. Really well done there.
17-15, Labette County in front. Creed Clayton in the game for the Tigers. Here's a drive, though, by Kegler, and a charge drawn by fill in the blank. You got it.
Does it at both ends, and he saw his player was beat and needed to help out, came over. That's the quickest way to slow down someone driving like that, is to take a charge or two.
So Labette County up by 2 now. Kagan Bates really taken over of late. Kicks it out to Colton Weil, throws into Rush, calling for the ball. Right hand hook shot, missed. Hit the rim twice, tipped out, fought for. Bates collects. Kagan dribbled too far in front of himself, and it was stolen by Kegler.
We had our chances, maybe another force down there a little bit.
Underneath go the Tigers, and a travel called on Clayton with under 4 minutes to play in the half.
Hopefully we can continue to kind of disrupt them a little bit maybe. I mean, they're an awfully senior-ridden team, probably hard to frustrate, but, just kind of keep the game a little bit spaced like this.
Bates, pick and roll at the top of the key's been big tonight. Kagan misses badly on a three-point shot, and Fort Scott will have it as the ball went out of play.
Would have been nice to have. It just wasn't meant to be.
In for Labette County, Camden Good, Zane Garton, and Carson Lamb. Labette County and Fort Scott have essentially the same record. Fort Scott a game in front of us in conference play, but Labette County 11-8, Fort Scott 9-8. And so while looking at how the game went at Fort Scott and league record, it might not feel like they're that even, but really the record's the same. Labette County up by 2 here at home against Fort Scott with 3 minutes to play until halftime. Three-point shot for Brown, down and out. Rebound tipped twice, 3 times, and Clayton collects it for the Tigers. He'll throw. Williams, head fake, drive, Brown, jump shot, missed. Rebound Clayton again, reverse shot, missed badly. Rebound Nolan Nash, long pass to Bates, underneath the cup, hesitates, shoots and scores. Timeout Fort Scott. Labette County leads by 4. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At Idea Tech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees, but then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from Idea Tech.
Grizzlies once trailed by 2 just minutes ago, and now lead by 4 with 2.5 minutes until the break.
Yeah, we continue to get a couple of those so important transition points we're so good at. So those are so big. They just boost your energy level, and they're really easy points.
Kagan Bates has all 6 of our second quarter points tonight. Here's a steal by Nolan Nash. You're not going to catch him most of the time, and the layup is good, plus the foul for Nolan Nash, the steal and the touchdown.
Well, I tell you, Labette County riding a little wave here. Up 6 now, got a free throw attempt here. Fort Scott looks a little flat, kind of looking around, no high fives. Big opportunity for Labette County maybe to just pour in a couple more possessions.
And one free throw good by Nolan. 22-15, Labette County has outscored Fort Scott by 9 since that 2-point deficit, which I think was 15-13. So maybe a 9-0 run, a steal by Nolan, left to right, and he'll rise and lay it in.
Yeah, Fort Scott's coach is going to let him play through it. He's not going to call another timeout now.
Yeah, and Armstrong thought he did call a timeout and was moping to the bench. And Coach Feeback said, get back there and play. Here's a foul on Nolan, who got a little greedy and was wanting to go for a second straight steal, rather. And here comes Armstrong out of the game. Kegler in for him.
Oh, what a nice job this rotation did out there for Argerbright.
Ball goes in for the Tigers. Under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. It's 24-15. Labette County in front. 3-point shot, Kegler misses. Rebound, Bates. Minute 30 to play. As it was 15-13. So Labette County is on an 11-0 run since the 5:20 mark. We've seen that go the other way a lot of times.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Kagan hangs, shoots, and is fouled. And Bates to the line for 2 free throws.
That's how you do it. You know, you got a team kind of reeling a little bit. Just take it right at them. I was kind of curious if Argerbright was going to have us kind of not stall, but kind of use all the shot clock type thing. He just keep pouring it on.
Bates misses the first free throw. Hayden Weatherall, Colton Weil, and Camden Good into the game for Rush, Lamb, and Garton. And Bates buries his right foot on the line, takes a deep breath, looks at the historic wooden rafters, now looks at the rim and misses again. A bit confused. He went empty there on his way back to play defense.
Doesn't happen very often with him.
Would have taken the lead to 11 with both makes. Instead, a hook shot is good by Brown. Important, perhaps, little swing there.
Yeah, Brown stayed patient, kind of pivoted both ways and just, knocked it down. So see if Labette County can't answer here.
Grizzlies by 7. Bates drives, gets his man to bite again, barely misses the layup. Grizzlies fighting, Colton Weil winning. Weatherall 3, no. Rebound Tigers.
Boy, that would have been nice after that kind of transition there for that 3 to go in.
Williams given about 3 feet by Bates with 18 seconds left in the half. It's Labette County 24, Fort Scott 17. Been a pretty solid half from our Grizzlies. Williams for 3, no. Rebound Bates with 7 seconds left, long pass to Heston. He's going to get to the cup, and his foul going up. That's a big foul call there because it gives us a chance to score with 4.5 seconds left. As flying in and coming across his body was Brown, and that's his first.
Yeah, I was curious. For some reason thinking that was his second, maybe third, only his first. So see if Barrett can't knock down a pair here.
First free throw, good. Into the game for the Tigers, Leighton Johnson in for Dexter Williams. Labette County's lead is 8. Heston to try to make it 9 with still 4.5 seconds remaining in the half. He will miss it, and the rebound goes to the Tigers. 2 seconds. Brown sees it, squares it, shoots it, short. At halftime, Labette County leads Fort Scott 25-17. Let's step aside for a 2-minute break. And I thought I saw Coach Vollmer coming this way. Let's see if she doesn't come this direction here in 2 minutes on KLKC. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. Pleased to be joined, as usual, by head coach Brianna Vollmer of those Lady Grizzlies. 45-31 in favor of Fort Scott was the final score earlier this evening. But, Coach, really, man, a lot of opportunity in multiple stretches of that game.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can kind of ask for at this point in the season is opportunity, and we had it, and we didn't capitalize on it. And, you know, fortunately, we're still having conversations about being in games and, you know, game planning and not just hoping for the best. So, you know, plenty of opportunity there against a really good Fort Scott, solid team that's consistent every year. And, you know, we had a good game plan going into it. It kind of fell apart in the second half, but I'm proud of my kids. They're still playing hard and they're still working hard. And like you said, opportunity was there.
And the defense is really what helped us be in that position to have a chance. They made 7 threes tonight, Fort Scott did, and held them to 45 points, which is pretty reasonable to sometimes get that win. It's not like they scored 60 plus.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we had a first half game plan, and, you know, we want to focus on, you know, smaller portions of game. So whether that be, you know, focus on a score and focus on a stop and that's it, and then move past that. And our focus was kind of what's the first half look like, and then kind of switch gears because, you know, we've sustained something for the first half, you know, kind of like the other night, and then we just kind of let it creep away. And so we kind of approached it a little bit differently. And, you know, they came out and hit some shots in the second half of the game. And, you know, we never really turned that corner. So, you know, our defense is there. Our offense is, you know, inconsistent, to say the least. So I thought it was okay tonight. You know, we have more scoring than what we normally do. So, again, our kids are still working hard. They're still showing up to practice every day, and they're still getting after it. And, you know, the thorn in our side is how can we put together 4 quarters of basketball. And, you know, we talked about running out of these opportunities, you know, and not letting life pass us by and not wishing our life away because spring sports will be here soon enough, or sub-state, or that final game. So we just got to keep chipping away one day at a time and only focus on what's in front of us.
That's good stuff. Keely Good was one of the 4 seniors that joined me up here to have a bit of a chat, and she talked about how it had been a struggle for her this year shooting the ball, and she said it really felt good to see a few go down for her tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and she deserves that. You know, I think she's kind of had some shooting struggles, you know, just playing in a much faster game this season. And it's great to see her hit her stride. You know, she stays after in practice and gets some shots in, and she did that last night. So I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her continuing to work, and it was exciting to see her put some points on the board.
Of those 4 seniors, what have you seen from them, and what have they just provided this locker room, this culture, and most importantly, this school?
I think everything that a Lady Grizzly basketball player, you know, brings to the table in terms of our legacy. They've been a part of that, you know, and this season may not have looked like they wanted it to, but, you know, that perseverance to continue to play with pride and respect and work hard every day, you know, that's what being a Grizzly is all about. And those kids bring that to the table. And I'm sure my managers didn't come up here, but, you know, Sierra and JC, they're going to be very much missed next year. You know, they literally run the show, and they do things behind the scenes, and they don't care if they get recognition, which is why you didn't hear them on the radio. So these 6 kids are a special group. Love them to death. They make life very interesting and fun on a daily basis. So they're very much going to be missed, but hopefully you're going to see them on the court quite a bit more this season, and hopefully we can extend our season towards the end.
That's right. We have to remind ourselves just because it's senior night doesn't mean the season's over. Hopefully many more games to come this year. Coach, thanks as always.
Thank you. Go Grizzlies.
Labette County head coach of the Lady Grizzlies, Brianna Vollmer, always a class act, and always enjoy chatting with her. Let's step aside for 1 minute, and when we return, we will run down the first half numbers from the boys' game. first half stats for you, brought to you by Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Leading the way for Labette County in scoring was Kagan Bates with 8. Nolan Nash had 5 points. Carson Lamb got the start tonight and had 4. Barrett Heston threw in 3. Colton Weil 3. Tucker Rush 2. For Fort Scott, Aiden Ogren and Kanan Brown each had 4. Jax Armstrong and Dirks Kegler and Dexter Williams all each had 3. At the end of the first quarter, it was Labette County 13, Fort Scott 11. And in the second quarter, the Grizzlies held the Tigers to just 6 points to their 12, giving them a halftime score, Labette County 25, Fort Scott 17.
Yeah, I felt like that was one of the really the better halves we played. It wasn't the highest scoring or the most crazy intense maybe, but we just, as we mentioned earlier, had a really good pace to it for us. Had our share of fast breaks, our share of steals, but our share of, patient defense even, and some better rebounding. So, I don't know, just the feel of the game to me, it was really, really was perfect for the Grizzlies in that first half. So, man, if we can just kind of repeat that this second half, we should be in good shape.
Before the game at Chanute on Friday, there was a 5-way tie atop the SCK for first place. Well, since then, because of teams playing each other, it is down to a 3-way tie. Independence is 6-3 in the league. Fort Scott and Chanute 5-3. Labette County 5-4. Pittsburgh 5-4. Coffeyville 4-4. And Parsons 0-9. So, it is still there for Labette County. If it was 2 games back at this point, that's pretty doom and gloom. But just 1 game back with a win tonight, you knock down Fort Scott to your record at 6-4 in the league or whatnot. And
right.
so anyways, it's there, but it's Indy, Chanute, and Fort Scott in first place with just 3 league losses.
Yeah, for sure. So as basically you stated, every single game is a huge deal.
Kegler layup to start the third quarter is off the mark. Rebound on the deck and a foul out of all that. Usually you see a jump, but a foul's called in. And, they're going to get Fort Scott on the foul. Labette County will take every bit of that.
Yeah, we'll take that too. And it looked right out of the bat that Kegler was going to try to take over this second half and get his team back together. So I'm kind of thankful that rimmed out on him. I don't want to see him get going.
Nolan Nash with the ball above his head, throws to Kane Nash's cousin, right back to Nolan. Bounce pass to Bates, in traffic, 4 defenders on him, finds Lamb, 3, bang!
My goodness, Kagan Bates somehow gets in jail and can get out of it every single time, and Carson Lamb felt it. Perfect shot.
28-17, Labette County leads after the stop and the 3. Lamb with 7 points. With the basketball on the near side is Anderson. Tigers working left to right, Grizzlies right to left. Shot missed by Brown and a makeup call on Carson Lamb perhaps. I know he swiped at it, but that ball was high in the air. And that'll be his first.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Grizzlies, continue this little run here. Up 11 right now.
Loose ball picked up by Ogren and a walk. Turnover Tigers.
Kind of picking up where we left off. A little bit of frustration out of Fort Scott early. Labette County looking loose. See if we can keep this going.
Carson Lamb buries another 3 and exchanges a smile with Kagan Bates. He loves that corner, and he's got 10 points.
This is what happens when a player kind of believes in himself and something good happens like this. Carson could go off.
Absolutely. Oh, man, Labette County gets the benefit of the doubt on that call as that ball went in between Kegler and Bates, and they called it off of Kegler. Labette County has possession, leading by 14 points.
That did look weird, but Kegler didn't argue or show any posture at all, so
That's
I think
true.
it was right.
That is true. Here's Heston, a little right-hand hook shot. You better believe it. And Labette County leads by 16 points.
Got to keep it going. You and I both know this will come to an end, and Fort Scott will have its little momentum change, so let's squeeze all we can out of it.
Armstrong drives and kicks. Kegler penetrates, angles at the rim, and finishes.
It's what good players do. They want the ball, they want the challenge, they make it happen. Look at that pass. Oh.
Heston misses the reverse layup, though. Fort Scott rebound.
Barrett was just a little too deep.
Near travel by Anderson. He's able to avoid it. And Anderson finishes.
Yeah, and here's the swing we talked about. So Labette County needs to kind of settle in here and get a good possession, another score, kind of keep that distance.
16 went to 12 pretty quick. Bates, though, tries to get it back up to 14 with a layup and misses. Yeah. And then is called for a foul. Bates getting talked to by the official. Maybe got a little mouthy. Not, I don't know. But it looked like the ref was mad at Kagan.
Yeah, Kagan, of course, will always call that a frustration foul. He did a great job penetrating. Had a nice look of about a 3-foot shot. It just rimmed out. And then trying to make up for it, got a foul called, so it's frustrating.
Labette County 33, Fort Scott 21. Tigers with the ball on a 4-0 run. Kegler throws off Anderson. Back to Kegler. Back to Anderson. About to go back to Kegler. It does. He'll drive. He'll shoot. Crazy shot. Misses. Lamb wants to push. Bounce pass ahead to Nash at the three-point line. He'll drive just a little, now pull back and find Nolan Nash.
That's smart right there. There was nothing there, so Nash pulled it back out.
Bates given a bit of room. Throws to Kane. He'll shoot a three. Down and out. My old saying, that would have counted at the arcade. Armstrong throws it to Brown in the corner. His shot is missed. Rebound 50-50. Tipped by Heston to Kagan Bates. He'll throw a rainbow pass that finds Nash. Kane will drive up, under, scores.
Good possession, a big possession. We needed to see that happen there. So Labette County back to 14. Let's get a good stop here.
Kane's first points of the game. 35-21, Labette County up 14. 4 minutes, third quarter. Kegler throws to Ogren. Drives on Heston and is fouled on the floor by Barrett. And Barrett thinks that Ogren lowered his shoulder into him and was making a motion with his shoulder. We both have known Barrett since he was 5 years old, so it's kind of funny to us.
Yeah.
See him get animated. Three Grizzlies check in. Tucker Rush, Camden Good, and Colton Weil. Ball goes in for Fort Scott. It's 35-21, and a jump shot is missed. Hook shot, rather, by Brown. Tigers just 4 points through 4.5 minutes here in the third. And how did Nolan Nash get that shot to go?
That was so smart. Look at this steal here. Camden Good, put back.
Wow.
Back to 18 points and another steal. Oh, got a foul.
A big series there for Labette County. A bucket by Nash somehow went in. And then a steal by Good and a layup, and then a near steal, but a foul on Nolan, his second. Thanks for covering for me there.
Well, if you look down for 1 second in that flurry, I mean, a bunch happened in about 6 or 7 seconds.
Jonathan approves of the 6-7 reference. Well done.
The same guy that puts 3 fingers on his face, of course.
39-21, Labette County, largest lead of the game. Now a tough shot by Fort Scott. Bit of an unraveling sequence here, especially if we can keep scoring. Bates drives and a charge called. He did the shoulder dip that Barrett Heston was showing us earlier visually. Kagan Bates just did it, his third, and the team's fifth. Wow. But it was an offensive charge call, so it does not result in free throws at the other end.
As hard as it is to say that, I think that was the right call. It was definitely a 50-50 call for a charge or not.
Kegler, near side, Anderson, defended by Heston. Anderson, frustratingly, can't find anybody, still can't find anyone. Now a bounce pass to Kegler and a reach-in foul called on Colton Weil, who knew it was a bit of a gamble to go for that one, and he nearly got the clean steal. And it'll be 2 free throws for Dirks Kegler, with that being the 6th team foul on Labette County.
Seems like this officiating crew's really kind of stepped up the I'm not suggesting they're not fouls, but man, they're calling fouls now they weren't earlier. County's got 5 fouls on him here already.
First free throw misses by Kegler.
Big rebound here. Fort Scott gets a rebound and putback. That's a momentum thing.
Second free throw good by Kegler. He'll split the pair. He's got 6 points. It's a 17-point Grizzly lead. Wow, that is, I know you and I kind of commentating this game still think that this is close, but Labette County leads by now 19. That's a reality.
Yeah.
As Kane Nash makes another 2-pointer.
Yeah, Kane, after he kind of took the lid off a minute ago, now he's sunk that one. So look for him to kind of get hot here too, maybe. It's one of those sequences now where anytime someone drives and shoots, the refs are going to blow it. It's difficult to tell when a player's kind of flying through the air for sure, so Labette County's going to have to adjust. We don't want 3 or 4 guys with 3 fouls here pretty quick.
First free throw misses by Armstrong. He'll get one more. Labette County leads by 19, largest of the game. They need this game to stay in the SEK race for the title. They're 1 game back of Chanute, Indy, and these Tigers right now. He misses the second as well. Rebound, Labette County.
See if Labette County can stay patiently aggressive. What a move by Tucker Rush. Didn't go down though. That was a great move.
Rebound Tigers, Armstrong open, they need it. He won't provide it. Rebound Weil, Colton, look at him go. And the pass, was it tipped? The Labette County bench is definitely convinced it was tipped, but the officials didn't see it, so they could not overturn the near official's call because they didn't see it. 90 seconds to go, third quarter. Labette County 41, Fort Scott 22. Brown backing down Weil. He'll drive and kick. A 3-point shot is heaved and airballed by the newly checked in Leighton Johnson. Tigers laboring here in the third quarter. Heston 3. Oh. You better believe it. And Labette County leads by 22 points.
Look at us. Everyone's clapping. The team's pumped up, making baskets. How fun is that? Jump ball.
Oh, they call a foul on Weil. That looked pretty squeaky clean to me. Did it you, Johnny D?
Yes, it did.
He's a man of few words tonight.
Doubled Fort Scott's score, 22-44.
I'm asking you yes or no questions and then getting mad at you when you don't talk. How do you like that, Jonathan? First free throw is good by Brown. second free throw good as well. We would like to thank and welcome all 200 of you that are watching the YouTube live stream and, of course, radio audience as well. Both free throws good by Brown. Makes it a 20-point game with 50 seconds left. How about Barrett Heston? His will has been imposed. Got to the rim, and you cannot stop that freight train.
Yeah, he's just playing loose and confident, and this is what you get.
Good hands by Camden, good a steal. We are rocking in Harrison. Hand off to Heston, layup, missed it. Rebound fought for, rush, put back, no. Out of bounds off of the Tigers. And Labette County can do no wrong.
Gosh, how fun is this when things are going your way? You're at home, the crowd's into it, the players just feel like good things are going to happen. This is a fun moment here.
Colton Weil throws it into Rush. He wants it, but he'll pass it to Colton with no shot clock. Very wise by Coach Argabright to have his boys try to hold for one shot. They lead by 22 and have been masterful. 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Tucker Rush is going to come set a ball screen. Here he comes. 8 seconds on the clock. Weil switches right to left. Lost the dribble out of bounds. And it's out off the Tigers with 6 seconds remaining in the quarter.
I like that out of Colton. I could see that seam opening up for him. He just couldn't squeeze through with a dribble.
Weil inbounds to Heston. 3 seconds. Kane Nash is going to have to shoot it. He throws it to Rush. Hook shot. No! I didn't think we had enough time. But Nash threw it to Rush, and that baby went down and out. Fort Scott body language is, well, not positive. Labette County rolling up 22 going into the fourth quarter. Back in 1 minute on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTech has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTech has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
Labette County leads Fort Scott by 22 points to start the fourth quarter and gets the basketball due to the possession arrow. Labette County working the ball around the black three-point line, arching from corner to corner. Rush comes to set a screen. Bates doesn't need it, gets to the hole. Rebound Nash after the Bates miss. What an effort by Nolan. Carson Lamb open for three. Yes! Carson Lamb with 3 threes on the night, and Labette County has busted this thing to a 25-point lead.
So happy for Carson. He's always had the potential. Tonight he's had the opportunity and making the most of it, so good for him.
As you know, sometimes you wonder, okay, did Carson, and it doesn't matter, but I'm just saying, did Carson start tonight because it's senior night, so coach wanted to play? No. He started Carson tonight because he hoped that 5 would give us the best chance at success, because Carson started the second half too. He has been tremendous. 3-point shot is good by Williams to answer, and it's 49-27 with 7 minutes left.
Yeah, as funny as it sounds, we're going to have to play awfully hard. Fort Scott's very talented, and they understand the game here. They're calling the back court. I don't know how. It might have been. That's tough to call. But Fort Scott, if they get any seam or any momentum, can close this game down tight. So Grizzlies have to stay after it.
you're so right in what you're saying, but whenever you put it like into perspective, here in a moment I will, as Kegler scores plus the foul. So, yeah, prior to that basket, well, I'll go ahead and say it now. Labette County would have to be outscored by Fort Scott by 21 points over the next 6:40 to lose this game.
Yeah.
When you say it like that, it sounds impossible.
Yeah.
But whenever you think of it as far as the game of basketball, it becomes possible. I don't feel like I make sense sometimes, but then again, I feel like I kind of do.
People who watch basketball understand. It's hard to articulate, but you can feel it and witness it. So we just have to stay aggressive in a patient manner if that's possible.
49-30, Labette County's played great tonight. Nolan, a jumper, tough shot, misses. Good job by Rush not going over the back. He was out of position. Here come the Tigers.
Yeah, Fort Scott's going to stay ultra aggressive here. They're going to go for broke every time.
Ogren, tough jumper, and he gets it anyways. A 17-point game, 6 minutes.
Yeah, just like that. But the Grizzlies, with a score and a stop it or whatever, we can really exhaust this little comeback here with just a good possession offensively.
Yeah, if Labette County goes on a little 4-0 run even, that could punch this thing away, get it back up to 20. But right now, Fort Scott trying to flirt. Good high-low, that's beautiful. Heston throws it to Rush, and he lays it in.
Now string that together with a stop here defensively, and we're right back in the driver's seat. Got a timeout, though, here.
A full timeout called by Coach Argabright. Labette County back up 19 with 5.5 minutes remaining. A 1-minute timeout on KLKC.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Labette County leads Fort Scott 51-32 with 5.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Here's a drive by Anderson. He'll miss. Carson Lamb flew in and blocked a shot, but a foul called, I think, from behind on someone else, as that is on Tucker Rush, his second, and the team's third already. Fort Scott yet to commit a crime.
Yeah, this happened with Labette County in the third period. We had way more fouls than Fort Scott, so. Seems a little out of character, but that's how it's going down.
Labette County outscored the Tigers 21-7 in the third quarter. Kegler makes the first. Feel like there had been a few times more often than not where it's been a 21-7 margin in a quarter that has not been to our advantage. So it's really nice to see one fall in the favor of Coach Argabright and his team as Kegler makes both free throws, and a subsequent timeout whistled in by the Tigers. A big thank you to our sponsors, if you would be so kind.
Absolutely. Thank you to Labette Health, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Wood Insurance Center, Labette Community College, Tank Connection, SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, the Unified School District 506, Elmhaven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Carson Wall Funeral Home, Commercial Bank, Corner Store, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Idea Tech, and Brown Mechanical and Plumbing. And is it Tank Connection? Who am I leaving off at the very end? There's one missing.
There's a couple on there. Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing Services.
Yes.
And Day and Zimmerman.
Okay.
Here comes Labette County right to left. Barrett Heston, untouched, lays it in for 2. He's had a good game.
Boy, he sure has. And on senior night, happy for him. So that's how you kind of keep this lead extended like that. You just keep punching back.
Aiden Ogren drives, left-hand hook shot, misses, but he's fouled. As I see your head shaking, it has been a lot tighter game in the second half on some of these. Labette County has 4 team fouls, Fort Scott 0.
Talked about this a lot. It almost feels like when one team's trying to make a comeback, everybody gets on the bandwagon. The refs, the fans, the band. I mean, it's just really lopsided, it feels like. So, but some of that comes because Fort Scott's playing super aggressive to go score. We have to defend it.
Then they call another one. Oh, they got it on Fort Scott, okay.
Yeah.
Second free throw was missed. The pair was split by Ogren.
And in some ways, I'm trying to think through this. I'm glad we're fouling. Sometimes when the team gets way up, they'll let a team back in the game. I mean, a team will drive and they'll almost let them have the layup because they feel like, well, we're up 22. But you have to continue to defend and play super aggressive.
Nash right to left, throws ahead to Nash. Nolan threw it to Kane. Heston comfortable, lays it in. Wow, Barrett Heston.
I see Coach Argbeck grinning because I was looking at him. If that hadn't been made, Arg might have said, hey, we don't want to shoot that quick. Then Barrett knocks it down.
I said lays it in. It was more like a really hard jump shot. Rebound Colton Weil. Labette County leads by 19 with 4:15 remaining. Kane to blow the roof off. Listen to Grizzly Nation as Kane Nash swishes the 3.
Man, this is how you do it right here. Now we got another steal.
Colton Weil back-to-back defensive efforts, and this steal followed by another Colton Weil smile.
This is the best game this team's played.
Without question. Agreed.
And they're having fun. No one's thinking about anything. They're just playing together.
Heston at the cup, bumped and fouled. Bucket is good. Barrett Heston adds on to his masterful senior night, and Labette County leads by 22 with 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, just like that. Fort Scott worked so hard to cut it back to, 15 or 14. Now it's back to 22.
You talk about a night and day difference from Friday night. I mean, literally.
It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable how this game can flip.
61-36. Man, that's a rough call. Foul on Kane Nash. 2 free throws, as that's the 5th team foul on Labette County. 2 free throws for Dexter Williams.
Just feel like Labette County's handled this so perfectly. There were so many opportunities when we were up big to let Fort Scott kind of come back in. I mean, it's just kind of how the psychology is, but man, we won't get conservative and play prevent. We're just staying after it. It's fun.
Williams misses on the first. He'll get one more.
Fort Scott's kind of subbing in some bench players here.
Williams fires his second, and it is in. Barrett Heston has 19 points tonight, 16 in the second half.
Wow.
And he is shot at a high clip. Tucker Rush is going to drive, kick it to Heston, left open, shoots a three, short, rebound Lamb, layup, misses. Rebound Tigers. How did that not go in?
Yeah, some good action there. Fort Scott throws it away.
And Tigers have not played well tonight, and all credit is due to your Labette County Grizzlies, who lead it by 24 with 3:25 left and have the ball.
Yeah, this team I'm watching tonight can definitely go to state and do some damage there.
Tucker Rush has the ball stolen from him. Here come the Tigers left to right. Williams hesitates. Good defense by Lamb. Carson is an underrated defender. Really keeps his chest into his man very well. Weil blocks Armstrong. Armstrong keeps it alive. And then a little jump shot misses for Anderson. And Labette County is not content with their lead. Heston driving, shooting, and getting fouled. Man, he is a force to be reckoned with tonight.
Yeah, right now, I mean, he's just seeing tunnel vision. And he saw the seam. You and I are sitting at the right angle to kind of see what he saw. And man, in no time, he just closed that out.
And he's the one that ripped the rebound down off of the Anderson missed shot and then took it the whole distance. First free throw no good for Barrett. Hayden Weatherall in the game for the Grizzlies alongside Cooper Leonard. Heston's second is off the mark as well, and it's rebounded by Clayton with 2:45 to play. Labette County comfortably in front.
Yeah, and Weatherall and Leonard, they're tremendous players too, so we just continue to really have some nice depth.
Clayton drives into the paint, kicks it out. A three-point shot is up and missed by the newly checked in Owen Larson, and Labette County throws it away. Cooper Leonard off the rebound.
That's unlike him. He is a super disciplined, sound player. Those things happen. That's just not his type of mistake, I guess.
2:20 to go in the ball game. Labette County up big. They get it deep into the painted area. The shot is missed by Clayton, and then Hayden Weatherall showing off the verticality yet again tonight. Jumps above all else, collects the rebound, and a foul called on the Tigers. Their fifth as a team, and the first on Clayton, and two free throws for Weatherall.
What an impressive game. I mean, Fort Scott comes to town. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I was looking for this to be just a down-to-the-wire game. Here we are, what, up 24? I can't really tally those numbers.
Yes. Weatherall misses the first free throw. Labette County's in good hands as the years move forward as well. Hayden Weatherall, Cooper Leonard, Tucker Rush, Kane Nash, Camden Good, Zane Garton. The list goes on. Second free throw missed as well by Weatherall. You got Colton Wild, Jet Stig, Cohen Woodward's a nice player. Certainly this group of seniors will be missed. Here on senior night, Barrett Heston gets a steal. He might try to dunk it. Oh, he did. He missed it, though.
Why not?
He missed it, but he tried to dunk it. Now he's smiling on his way back. I'm looking over at his family, and they're celebrating and smiling with a little bit of laughter mixed in as Barrett Heston is subbed out and encourages the crowd to cheer loudly as he takes a seat alongside the other boys, the seniors as well, as this isn't the last home game but it is senior night, and what a special night for these boys. I love that Barrett tried to dunk that. That was better than a made layup.
Absolutely, yeah. As I look at this score, I'm impressed with the fact that we held Fort Scott to 37.
That's a good point.
Game's not over, but
pretty much, yeah.
That's, 9 points a quarter.
Their varsity group, as they also made some substitutions as well. So in the game for Labette County, Deontay Fields, Cohen Woodward, Hayden Weatherall, Zane Garton, and Cooper Leonard. We had a foul called on Labette County's Leonard, and so at the line shooting 2 for the Tigers, and making the first is number 25, Bryson Clark. Other Tigers are Jackson Schaefer, Owen Larson as Clark makes the second, alongside Paxton Leisure, tried to get fancy there, Paxton Leisure and Colt Lipe. Labette County with it with 90 seconds to play. And a foul called from the official standing near MJ's Burger House. Decides to call a foul and run over to make his presence felt in a 22-point game with a minute and a half left.
He was the off official, but here's the irony of it. I think that was the right call. I think Hayden,
it probably was.
But yeah, the other two were going to let it go, with a minute left, down 25.
First free throw is off the mark. Second free throw, no good as well for Lipe. Here comes Labette County right to left, and a great senior night performance. With 1:15 to play, up 61-39. Zane Garton looks to drive, touches the paint. Woodward wants a three, missed it strong. Rebound Weatherall, put back missed, but he's fouled. He can jump, man. Oh my goodness.
Yes, he sure can. I feel like I'm kind of reciting the same words, but this is the best, most complete 4 quarters I've seen out of this group against a quality team too. And granted, if I was to talk to a Fort Scott fan, they would probably tell me how horrible they felt like they played. And we see it as the fact that we beat them down that way, but nonetheless, just a really, really good ball game.
Weatherall splits the pair of free throws. Here come the Tigers in garbage time. Turning it over, good hands by Weatherall, I think it was. Here comes Garton right to left all the way to the hole. Missed it. Rebound fought for. Out off Fields, I believe. It'll be Fort Scott ball with 43 seconds left.
Yeah, and this bunch right here is playing too, wanting to score, wanting to go, get their time in. So, yeah, there's no let up here.
Open for three is Leisure. He'll miss. Rebound Weatherall. He'll throw it long. One-arm pass intercepted by Lipe. Here he comes left to right. Head fakes, drives. Leonard cuts him off. A hook shot misses. Rebound Fields. Fields throws a long pass to Garton, who can dunk it. Oh, he mishandled it. And he'll settle for a corner three, and he'll swish it. And Coach Argabright was waving it at Garton, maybe not to shoot that, but hey, went in, and Labette County leads by 26 points. And the buzzer will sound here. And the final score is 65-39. It does not get much better than that. It really doesn't. That was a pure performance from start to finish. Let's step aside for a 4-minute timeout, and when we return, we'll have a very fun Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show of Grizzly basketball. 65-39, the final score. Grizzlies win it. A team we lost by 9 points on the road, and I left that gym very impressed and a little bit intimidated by the Tigers. Start 5 seniors, returned everybody, tall, lengthy, athletic, and while I don't think any less of Fort Scott after tonight, I'm more so just impressed in how dominant Labette County was against a good team.
Telling you that just goes to show you the difference. A team that has some confidence, I don't know if that's the right word, a team that just had some things going their way and just caught fire together and then relaxed and started having fun with it. And once you fall into that mindset as a group, it's just the craziest thing how effective and amazing you can be. That was by far one of the best basketball games I've seen in this gym. I mean, just from wire to wire. And maybe I've forgotten some great ones from years back, I'm sure, but that was a fun, really good, well-played basketball game.
Leading the way in scoring for Labette County was Barrett Heston. He actually had 17. I think I said 19 earlier. He had 17. Carson Lamb had 13. He played wonderful.
Yeah.
Kane Nash and Nolan Nash each had 7. Kagan Bates had 8. That's a healthy 5 right there. Those were the 5 starters. So the starters had, that's 30, 38 plus 14. The starters had 52 of the 65 points.
Goodness, wow.
Colton Weil had 3. Tucker Rush had 4. Camden Good had 2. Hayden Weatherall had 1. And Zane Garton had 3. Labette County's quarters looked like this: 13, 12, 21, and 19. That is pretty solid. Fort Scott's looked like this on the other hand: 11, 6, 7, and 14. So on the other side, it was good defense by Labette County. Held them under 40. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And I was so impressed, too, with the ever so frustrating thing we deal with every single game is it seems like we're almost always or oftentimes in the lead, and then we try to set on it.
Yes.
And then they close it out, and it's a close game. Man, tonight we just did the almost the impossible, because sometimes when you try to stay aggressive, it backfires. Maybe, you take some shots you shouldn't. Maybe you should try to kill time, I guess, if you read the textbook on how to win basketball games. We just kept pouring it on and making them.
Yeah.
So, and even when Fort Scott kind of made that minor little mini run of 4 to 6 points, man, we just clawed right back after it and just shut it down. So that was textbook how you close that out. And I see some young men walking this way in white jerseys, so I'll let you take over.
Absolutely. Here come the Grizzly seniors. It'll be fun to talk to them. We got Carson Lamb, Barrett Heston, Kagan Bates, Caleb McKee, and Logan Myers. Glad to have all of them with us. We'll just do one at a time. Fellas, good win tonight. Let's go ahead. Let's step aside for a 30-second break and come back with the senior boys here on KLKC. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Grizzly basketball. 65-39, a senior night dominant victory. Kagan Bates, I'm joined by right now, senior Grizzly basketball player, and every other varsity sport out there, this kid plays it. Kagan, it's been so fun to watch you all 4 years play all kinds of sports and be really good at them on top of that. So thanks for coming up here and joining us on senior night and letting me talk with you. Boy, let's just start with the game. How fun was that?
mean, it's a lot more fun than a 1-point win, I'll tell you that much. But it's fun, definitely getting after it and going on big runs. I mean, and then the student crowd getting right into it with us. So it definitely feeds into our energy.
Do the best you can, Kagan, to take the listeners inside the mind of Kagan Bates while he's playing basketball. You see the floor very well.
Right.
You pass very well. You know where everyone is at on the floor. Try to take us inside Kagan Bates' mind on the basketball floor.
Right. I'm just trying to go out and score, and then when the opportunities arise that I can't score, I find my teammates, and I do that a lot. So I just try to get my teammates involved, especially early. Kane, I got great shooters. I mean, 4 or 5 guys that'll just stripe threes anytime, any given night. So we just got to find the hot hand, and that's what my job is to do, is to find the hot hand. And that's about it.
I know that Grizzly Nation absolutely loves how you play both, yes, the game of basketball, but also all the other ones too, because your motor never stops. And so I just wanted to give you a moment to talk on just where did that come from, that never stopping engine that's always going full speed and always gives your best.
I think the Lord has really blessed me with my height. I mean, I know I say that it sounds weird, but like, if I'm 6'3", do I really go as hard as I would if I was 5'8", right? So I think being 5'8" is a blessing in disguise, and it really shows me how if I work hard, I got to work twice as hard to get half as far as these 6'3" guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's where the effort comes from, and I've grown up 100% effort all the time. So I think that's just what I've been taught.
That's a great answer, Kagan. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Kind of transitioning now as far as you grew up here.
Yep.
What has it meant to you to just be an Altamonian, I don't know what we're called, a Labette County Grizzly? Just what has it meant to you to just be a part of this?
It means a whole lot. I mean, these guys we're not like the schools that bring in different guys. These guys are the guys we grew up with. I mean, there's very few of them that we didn't go to grade school with or go to high school all throughout. So, I mean, I love my brothers, all of them. I remember being a kid right there in the front row, you know, like the kids that are all right now, high-fiving us and looking up. You know, I was looking up to Magic, Easton, all of them guys. So, I mean, it's just special to see that them growing up is just like me as I am right now.
Yeah, time flies, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Now you're one of those kids
weird,
making the three, high-fiving a little kid who will be you one day.
Right,
so how fun is that, man? Well, is there anything out there that you would like to give Grizzly Nation, whether it be something about you, thoughts on the season, or just a big old thanks to Grizzly fans?
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone for coming out and just supporting us. Win or loss, I mean, we haven't been doing very good the last couple of years, but this student section was still plumb full just as it is right now. And then the stands are still full as always. So I just want to say thanks for the constant support. And ups and downs, they don't care. We're still family, and that's how this community is.
Kagan, you're the man. Thank you, brother. Congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Next up's going to be Carson Lamb, who got the start tonight, had 13 points on the game on 3 made threes. Carson, that was fun to watch.
Thank you.
And I know that the corner is one of your favorite places to kind of perch, catch, fire, and hit. How did you see those 3 threes tonight and even just the whole game?
I usually just set up because I know Kegan's a great passer and he'll always find me anywhere where I'm at on the court all the times. So if I sit up and they sag off, Kegan knows I'll knock them down.
And getting the start tonight as well, how did that feel and how did that change? How is it different from coming off of the bench as far as entering the game speed, flow? Is it different at all for you?
It's very different because when you come off the bench, you want to be that spark. You want to get the bench. You got to get everybody going. But when you start, you get to build it up, figure out the speed of the game and everything, and it's really easy to find your buckets.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Carson, it's been a joy to watch you. I know you went through that ankle tweak. I can't remember how, a month ago maybe, and that kind of ailed you for a while. What do you feel like made Carson Lamb better because of that?
It really made me open up my game from just spotting up and shooting to trying to drive to the basket with everything because I couldn't really just shoot anymore because my ankle was messed up. So might as well get to the rim.
That's a good answer. Carson, as far as just this school and just being a Labette County high school student, what has that meant to you, and what is your favorite thing just about this district and being a Grizzly?
being a Labette County Grizzly is my favorite thing ever. The atmosphere, all the fans and everything. I feel like we're all like one big, huge community, and it's really nice to play in.
It's fun to hear you say that because we talked with the senior girls, and about all 4 of them said that exact same answer. So there must be some truth to that, huh?
Yeah.
Just as far as the locker room and you playing with your brothers and being with them all the time, is there any memory that stands out that that you can share that you'll remember for the rest of your life?
Probably right now, when we went down after the game, Logan got his dunk on the mini hoop, and everybody was shaking up in there. It was awesome.
That's so fun. That's so fun. Take us inside the locker room after a win, because you guys have like a big hoorah routine that you do, right?
Yeah, so after a win, we'll come down with Argabright, and we have a mini hoop set up right above the ball cage. So somebody gets the dunk on it if we get the win, and then you go up, boom, and then we get it rocking in there.
How fun is that? Carson Lamb, thank you for joining me. 13 points tonight, big-time win. Appreciate you, brother. Many more games to come.
Thank you.
That's good stuff. We got Barrett Heston next. Talk about a good game as well. Barrett chipped in with 17 points. I say chip in. Barrett, you led us in scoring with 17. What a good game tonight. There was a different animal out there tonight wearing number 24 in white. What was a little bit different for you tonight putting on that jersey?
It's our senior night, so obviously, you're going to play up a little harder for that. But just wanted to go out the right way with my brothers. And, obviously the gym was packed and a lot of energy, so I just played off that.
Similar to these other guys, you grew up here and you came to these games. You watched guys play. You looked up to players, and now that is you. And I remember growing up with you and your brother Eli playing basketball in your yard at my house. And now I'm interviewing you on senior night after you score 17 points.
Yep.
So I say all that to just try to get from you your journey through your eyes. Just growing up in Altamont, being an Eagle, being a Grizzly, playing the game. What has all that been like for you?
It's been a journey. Obviously every part is important to me, but I want to thank my family, but really I want to thank my brother Eli. He was, one of the better players here. But growing up with him, I always had to play against him, and it got a little rough sometimes, but that made me a lot better, especially when I was playing with him and his friends. I always got to give it to him because without him, I wouldn't be the player I am today.
That's awesome. Well said. I know he'll very much appreciate that. Yeah, he was a mighty fine player. The Heston brothers have been pretty good to this place, as have some of your relatives in years past. Barrett, transitioning now just into life, just as a Labette County high school student, not just an athlete. What has being a member of this school, this district, meant to you, and what is one thing about it that you'll cherish forever?
It means the world to me. Obviously I'm going to cherish the relationships I've built over these 4 years, but you can really tell a difference outside of school. They teach us right here. We're respectable young kids, and I'll always be thankful for that.
Well said, and I very much agree, although I might be a little biased. I would like to think that that's very much truth, what you just said. It really is. It's genuine. Barrett, I appreciate you joining me. Is there anything, a message that you would like to share? Live radio, it'll be on YouTube forever, as long as it's a thing. Anything you would like to say, as it's not the last game of the year, and I hope I'm talking to you after we get a state berth and you score 30, of course.
That'd be great.
But on senior night, anything you'd like to leave everyone with?
I want to thank the community first off. Without them, none of this would have happened. And I want to thank you and your dad. You guys have been there for me for my whole life, so I really appreciate you guys, and go Grizzlies.
Barrett, thank you. Very kind. Go Grizzlies indeed. Very kind words. Barrett Heston, everybody. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Barrett. These are good kids, man. Man, good kids. Next up is going to be senior manager Caleb McKee. And I don't know what all you can share, Caleb, but Jonathan Dusher may have leaked information. Will we be getting manager minutes on Friday?
Manager minutes from the guy right behind me, I know that for sure. I will not be doing it because I never tried out for the team.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's some qualification there.
Yeah.
Okay, I
It's
got
okay.
you.
Giving Logan the moment. He deserves it.
Absolutely, that's awesome. Caleb, you are our live stream operator for football games through KLKC Radio. In case people might have recognized your name, I can make that connection for them there. And, man, your love, commitment to this place, to these athletic programs is unlike anything I've seen, more or less your heart for it. And so, Caleb, what has it meant to you? I'll just get straight to it because I know your heart for this program. What has it meant to you to serve in the capacities you have served for Grizzly Athletics?
Man, I just love being a part of this team and everything that comes with it, traveling with the team, making memories, and sharing wins. I just love every single player. I love our coaches. I thank you for my other managers that are with me, and just all the little moments matter in these times, and you just need to cherish them.
From a managing perspective, try to take the best you can, our listeners and myself, kind of into the work that you all do, because it gets overlooked, but it makes the wheels go round. Just bring us in to kind of help us put our arms around what you guys do and how you really help make these things happen.
Yeah, so during practices, we do water bottles. We fill them up. If they run out, we run the shot clock. We help with balls and help with drills. We like communicating with the players, maybe if it's equipment or if they like more ice in their bottle than normal.
Yeah.
But on game days, we get the waters done. We get towels, and we have a little rotation. I'll take care of the water bottles, and during timeouts, I'll get those handed out. Owen, or usually Ben, will get the towels handed out, and then Logan or Ben will help with the chair for those full timeouts that are very needed for our rec to sit down and really dissect the play that he needs to with the players.
I love how detailed you got, because that's exactly how it is in real life. It's tailored to each individual. It's customized to each player's likings, the ice in the bottle, all those things you guys have to keep track of to make sure their experience and performance is the best that it can be. Now, Caleb, I know you quite well. You're kind of from here, but not really from this area. Do I kind of have that right?
Yeah, I grew up in Tulsa.
Yes, that's right. That's right. But I know you have some roots here a little bit. So kind of coming in and being really brought up, not from the ground up, but moving here, entering the school system, and just developing such a pride for it. Might I ask why that has been such a heartfelt pride whenever you're not necessarily from here? So what about this school really just drew you in and brought Caleb McKee to be one with it?
You know, starting from 6th grade when we moved here, I was homeschooled before that, and I really didn't have those friends and connections that everybody else at public school would have. And when I moved here, I really got along with a lot of the friends. Kagan, Barrett, Carson was involved in that. And moving on to high school, just getting more friends along the way and having the support of them, and also the equality of them.
Yeah.
And experiencing what they're experiencing and having a good time with it.
That's good stuff. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for joining me. Glad you get a chance to voice from the other side of the curtain for the managers of the Labette County basketball team. Anything you would like to leave Grizzly Nation with, Caleb?
Commitment matters. If you're going to do something, do it with commitment and honesty, because you won't go anywhere without those.
Good word. Caleb, thank you. Great stuff. Appreciate you. Best of luck moving forward with those managing pursuits as well. And lastly, tonight we are going to be joined by another Grizzly manager, senior Logan Myers. Logan, thank you for being up here, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Logan, I'll kind of take it down a similar pathway that I did there with Caleb. Just what has it really meant to you to serve as manager and be so deeply involved with this Grizzly basketball team?
Feels great. I love every second of it. I love helping them out, and to watch the commitment and the love they put into this sport just means everything to me. And I love being there and helping them out.
I heard that you got to dunk the ball on the mini hoop in the locker room.
Yeah, that's correct.
Did you make the dunk?
Yes, I did.
What did you go with? What was the move?
Windmill dunk.
Nothing beats it. A good old windmill. How fun was it to get to do that? Because I know that's something that you will remember and should remember forever. Doing that in the locker room after a big senior night win.
Yeah, it was one of the greatest moments of my life, really. It's truly tremendous that they let me get to do that, and it will truly stick with me for as long as I can remember.
That's awesome. I can tell it means so much to you just talking with you. And you have the heart of a manager, which is a servant's heart, and I love that. What has it meant to you from a student perspective to walk these hallways, sit and be taught and brought up by some of these teachers? Just from a student Logan Myers perspective, what has being a Grizzly meant to you?
Really, I thank God every day for it. I love being here. It's nothing like being a Grizzly, and honestly, if you ask me, I think we're the best school around, if you ask me. Just the attitude, the compassion, the opportunities here, truly been amazing being around here like this. And I thank God every single day that I get to do it.
I love that, Logan. That's a great answer. That's a great answer. And it aligns with what a lot of the other seniors have said tonight. So it must be true, huh?
Yeah.
But no, that's good stuff, Logan. I'm proud of you, and I love watching you get to do what you love.
Yeah.
And that's helped the team succeed. And they did that tonight. How about that big win tonight?
Amazing. It was a truly great game played by both people. I truly just think that we came out on top.
We did, and I heard that on Friday against Humboldt, we may or may not see Logan Myers minutes on the hardwood.
Yeah, I may or may not get in. I don't want to spoil it too much.
I love it.
But I guess you'll just have to come to the game and watch.
That's right. It's at home on Friday. Girls start at 6, boys to follow after that. Logan, anything you'd like to leave Grizzly Nation with as we wrap up tonight?
I love every second being here, and I will always remember for the rest of my life, and I will always thank God that I got to be here and be a part and be a Grizzly. There is nothing like being a Grizzly, and compared to everything else, I think it's the greatest decision you can ever make.
Love it, Logan. Thanks for joining me, brother. Good stuff. Thank you, as always, to our Grizzly seniors, both girls and boys, and what a fun night it is to get to talk with them. And, man, what a fun night it was to be a fan of the Grizzlies. Boys got a big-time win and are right back in the hunt for that SEK crown. How fun was that, Grizzly Nation? We are the last ones in here, and I wouldn't want it any other way. It was a joy to talk with all of those seniors. For Joel back at the station, making our voices heard, my father, Jack Leake Jr., and Jonathan Dusher on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream. I'm Jack Leake III saying good night from Altamont, Kansas. Safe travels if you're driving, and as always, God bless.